nerderotic.com.
That was a quick ending. What the hell? Let's do that again. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, greetings, everyone. How's it going? Welcome to the Nerdrotic Nooner at Night Evening Delight Morning Breakfast Show for probably people in Australia. G'day. So, well, today was quite a day. See, what happens is sometimes you got to put out a video, and it's not really good to put out a video and a live stream at the same time. So you got to let one breathe. I decided video first. The live stream had to be delayed. My apologies for all you nooner people. They'll eventually be back to being around noon once all the chaos is over. Not in the world. We're not going to wait for that. We got to look at that Babylon Bee article, by the way, that is more accurate than it wants to be, where it says California will be shut down until death is cured, says Gavin Newsom. But, and it's not far from the truth, really. But yeah, just the chaos in this house until I get my room so I can not use the green screen. You see my Spider-Man video game right there? There you go. Yeah, so we don't have to use cheesy green screen. But it's starting to come together. It really is. It really is. So let's see who's here. We've got our producer, Lady Greymaster. What's up? We've got Doug Force Jr., who is a member. Welcome. Max15, who is a member. Welcome. Geek Prime X. Andrew Banishers. Spartacus Primus. Joe Bagadonuts. Chris Persia, the amazing Canadian wrench from Canada, or Canada, as I like to say. Andrew Grimm. That's not the Andrew Grimm that I know. What'd you say, Gary? I told you Pornhub is an alternative platform. Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't need an alternative platform yet. Oh, you mean as far as discussing things we can't discuss on this platform? Yeah, I mean, sure. But I think Pornhub wants porn, to be honest with you. And I am not, no OnlyFans. That's for Az. That is only for Az. It should be only Az. Deef, what is up? Father Christopher Miller, what is up? Eric K. and his wrench. Leon K. Max Mercer. Tiger Stripes, 16-bit mascot. Phil McCracken. Oh, thank God you're here, Phil McCracken. All we need is Biggest Dickus, Dixon Cider, IP Nightly. Yeah, but my favorite is Phil McCracken. Shinto Ketchup. E.J. Johnarino. Adrian J., Tim Kenny, Victor Thomas, and Kenny Cross. Any relation to Christopher Cross? Just wondering. Sailing takes me away to wherever you're going. So, yeah, I dropped, so the video today. I hope I made it clear in the video, and I did a story before that. The only reason I dropped that video was because it's personal. It's very personal at this point in time, and I have never received as many emails as I did on a single subject in a single day within a 3-hour period. I got 100 emails, 100 emails on that one subject, not counting messages on Facebook, not counting what Mrs. Nerdrotic got over on Instagram. We thank you all for the support, looking out for us, having our back. Yeah. The good news out of this is in the realm of common sense, which is not a partisan issue, we are getting a lot more friends. They are waking up every day, thank God. A lot of them way too late, but hey, we need to accept them with open arms when they are willing to see the truth. The truth that, I mean, you hear a lot of this, and I agree with most of it. Most politicians suck. Most, if not all. Vast majority, a very small percentage might actually be there to do some good. I don't know who they are. They're probably, have something to do with the post office. I know, probably not with the post office considering, but whatever. We're also going to discuss Hollywood's part in all of this, because the question, and we're just talking about the general divisiveness in the world, and Hollywood has played the starring role. Or at least co-starring with the mainstream media, because they have been pushing the narrative. They have been funding a lot of this. A lot of our destruction right now is being funded by stupid rich people. Most of them are of the adult pretender variety, who are not Mensas. Okay, very few of them are. We're talking about people who spent their entire lives pretending, not being themselves, going to drama class. And obviously that's not the world. And they tend to, gather on Twitter with the comic. I don't know. I didn't want to call them comic pros anymore. Comic comrades is good. Comic volunteers, comic babies. I don't know, something, I guess Comic Comrades is kind of my favorite right now, but I am open to suggestions because they reared their ugly head again with Keanu Reeves, and we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about Jonathan Boyega calling out Star Wars, Jar Jar Abrams, that same Jar Jar Abrams that's going to handle the Whiskey Sierra within his own ranks, apparently. And of course, we need to talk about Star Trek's ultimate failure, which we're going to discuss today. I heard there was a leak. There was a leak of a rumor, or a rumor of a leak, or maybe Star Trek is just leaking all over their fan base. But I've got it on very good authority what the main problem with Star Trek is. Multiple insiders on this one. Not really, but, actually, I've just got multiple facts. That's all. I don't need insiders when I have facts that are out there in the world that tell me that Star Trek is in deep trouble beyond the point of no return, and another franchise in flames that we're just watching die at this point. So we'll get to all of that. We're going to start, as people roll in, with Jonathan Boyega calling out Star Wars. Now, he's been vocal, shall we say, since the get-go on this. And I got to say, it's been entertaining. I don't agree with a lot of what he says, and he's another one of those adult pretenders. But at least, I don't know, he grew up, he was a council house kid, right? So he grew up in the hard parts of the UK, in the bad parts, and he knows what's up. I know a couple of council house kids, and they're hairdressers, as a matter of fact. They're straight hairdressers, and I'll try to put this with a little bit of class. They date more than your average rock star in the 80s. Straight hairdressers. I've said it before. You want to pull, be a straight hairdresser. But if we go to, I want to get to the article here. Let's get to the article. That's what the fuck is that? That's not the button I wanted to push. Jonathan Boyega blasts Disney after minority cast was pushed to the side in Disney Star Wars sequels. Well, who did that? Who did that? I thought, I'm pretty sure that was Jar Jar Abrams. Jar Jar Abrams, who wants to battle the Whiskey Sierra within the ranks of bad reboot. Well, maybe he was looking, to use the words of Michael Jackson, the man in the mirror. I don't know. Star Wars and Attack the Block star Jonathan Boyega recently opened up on his disappointment and frustration with Disney. He pointed at their performative treatment of their minority cast members in their Star Wars sequel trilogy. You mean shrinking his likeness on a poster to appease their overlords over across the sea, the country of Winnie the Pooh? Yes. In a recent interview with GQ, his first since the Fall of Skywalker premiered in theaters, Boyega took issue with how Disney sought to bring out a black character, market them to be much more important in the franchise, and then made him a janitor and shrunk him on the poster. Yeah. And then, but the thing is, you're saying it now, Jonathan, which is great. I'm glad you're saying it now, but you're saying it now. And then have them pushed to the side. It's not good. I'll say it straight up, Boyega asserted. Boyega then states that Disney knew what to do with Daisy Ridley. Did they? I don't know. She's saying she's blacklisted. She can't find work in the 7 whole months since The Fall of Skywalker has come out. I'm sure that has nothing to do with the coof. But she's going to find it hard to find work because she is the most average drink of water I have ever seen. I mean, she's not horrific. She's not brilliant. She is perfectly average. She is a beige wall. She gets the job done to fill in scenery, to sell a model home. You know what I mean? She's not an actress that's going to move the needle at all. You knew what to do with Adam Driver. Well, he's actually a decent actor. I'm going to say Adam Driver is a decent actor. And John Travolta Lovechild, maybe, knew what to do with these other people. But when it came to Kelly Marie Tran, when it came to John Boyega, fuck all. So the beauty of this, not unlike the J.K. Rowling article from yesterday, is watching them eat their own. So this is what happens when you play the game of identity politics. You win identity politics prizes, especially when you stir up a bunch of division in the world. You help fund a bunch of division in the world. Then it comes to bite you on the ass. And then assholes like me get a little schadenfreude of boner and read articles like this. It appears that Boyega's entire involvement with the Star Wars franchise left a sour taste in his mouth, as the actor refused to say that it was a great experience. Well, it couldn't have been a great experience. It wasn't planned. It was led by Kathleen Kennedy, and they were pulling everything out of their ass. You had to deal with Reylos. And you had the fandom menace, worried about their franchise, worried about identity politics being injected in their franchise, prioritized in their story that used to just be fun, something that these fans made $1 billion franchise, and then these fans were told to, well, fuck off. And they were a little upset. So it really had nothing to do with you, Jonathan Boyega. You signed on to play a part. You did the best you could under the circumstances. You have stirred it up with the fans before, but you've also said some shit that's pretty funny. So I don't have anything against him or Daisy Ridley or anybody else. I don't care. They're all entitled little rich Fs now. So I don't care. But again, for Jonathan Boyega to come out now, oh, it's so stunning and brave. Still, it's funny. So keep it up. So what do you want me to say? Asked Boyega, before explaining that what they want you to say is, I enjoyed being a part of it. It was a great experience. Nah. No. I'll take that deal when it's a great experience. The actor also notes that Disney gave all the nuance to Adam Driver, all the nuance to Daisy Ridley, but also states, hold on. I don't know if you know what that word means. Nuance is what Star Wars was devoid of. It had zero nuance. It was so paint by numbers. It makes paint by numbers look Kubrickian. That's what it makes paint by numbers look like. All the nuance to Daisy Ridley, but also states that it is no secret, as Daisy knows this, Adam knows this, everyone knows, I'm not exposing anything. And this is true. The most interesting thing about The Force Awakens that I've heard the most from everyone, and yours truly, was because he was the first thing we saw in the trailer, right? We saw this stormtrooper escaping, pull his mask off. Didn't really trip too hard that it was a black guy, because I figured, there's humans in the universe, so sure. But I wanted to know that story. I didn't want to find out it was a janitor. But that is in a nutshell, that's Star Wars. They said, and that's Jar Jar Abrams. That's your mystery box right there. If you want the definition of the mystery box, when you go to the dictionary and you see mystery box, you're going to see this. A freaking escaping stormtrooper turns out to be a janitor. Oh man, I hope I hit the right one. Wait. Oh, that's not it. Hang on. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. There. I always forget. That's it. I got to remember these. And it's color-coded to avoid confusion, yet I'm still confused. So, yeah, that's Disney Star Wars for you in a nutshell. A stormtrooper becomes a janitor, and that's supposed to be, I don't know. That sounds horrible when you say it out loud. It really does. But that's Hollywood, folks. Furthermore, Boyega spoke out against the fact that his role was constantly minimized by discussions of his race, saying that he was the only cast member who had their own unique experience of that franchise based on their race. It makes you angry with the process like that, Boyega said. It makes you much more militant. It changes you because you realize, I got given the opportunity, but I'm in an industry that wasn't even ready for me. Well, wow. You know what? Maybe on that set. I don't know about the world or the industry, but maybe on the set of Disney Star Wars, Boyega also discussed now, it's kind of what we've been saying all along. Jonathan Boyega, you weren't the best actor chosen for the job. You were the best black actor chosen for that particular job. That's got to piss people off, and it's going to start pissing more people off. We even heard it from, God, I'm forgetting his name. Oh, darn. It's a comic book writer, and he is from the alphabet community, and he realized after being fired that he was just hired because he was a member of the alphabet community, and he got pretty pissed afterwards. I mean, after he cashed all the checks and knew that they hired him for that and wrote all the stories, but he still got pissed afterwards. So nobody else had the uproar and death threats sent to their Instagram DMs and social media. Wait a minute. I thought Kelly Marie Tran did. So you're saying she didn't now, and it was just you. Okay. Saying black this and black that, and you shouldn't be a stormtrooper. Man, I don't remember any of this. I'm not going to call the man a liar. I'm not going to do that. Maybe he did receive, some, what, we all receive weird anonymous stuff. How much was it though? I mean, honestly, and again, not doubting you or anything, Jonathan Boyega, but show us receipts of that, because that would help. That would help, because we want to make sure to shame assholes like that. We don't want to hear from assholes like that at all. Nobody else had the experience, but yet people are surprised that I'm this way. That's my frustration. Well, I mean, it was a movie, right? It was pretend. So you weren't forced to go work in a coal mine or anything like that. Boyega would also make a point to push back directed would also make a point to push back directed towards The Rise of Skywalker director Jar Jar Abrams over the quality of the film, telling fans that everyone needs to leave my boy alone. Okay, wait a minute. He's your boy? Because he's the one who reduced your role to a janitor. He's the one who never gave you anything, and towards the end made you even more of a joke. I mean, just running around being the manzel in distress, basically. So he's your boy now. Okay. He wasn't even supposed to come back and try to save your shit. Your shit. Well, it was shit. It was shit. At least he said it was ours. At least somebody said it was ours. And yeah, it's ours now that it's shit. What did you make of Boyega's comments? Well, there's a lot of ways I could take this. I love the fact that he's calling out Disney. Anytime somebody calls out Disney, I am going to report it because it's just plain ass fun. This is also make-believe and pretend, and as shit's getting real serious around us, we have to hear rich people whinging. I don't know how much longer he's going to be rich, but I hope he saved his money. If he saved his money, and I'm not sure how rich he really got. How much did nobody actors make on a Star Wars movie at Disney? I'm guessing not a lot, because Hollywood is filled with, well, we're giving you an opportunity. So you got to understand, like, you got to count the exposure we're giving to you. So we're not going to give you money, but we're going to pay you a lot in exposure. So we're going to, run you around, and you're going to do a lot of press talking about our stuff, but it's going to help you too. So, you're making 30,000. I don't know. I don't know what that's something I'm going to ask Robert Meyer Burnett. What did a Star Wars actor pull down? $1 million? $1 million? That might have been too much. I mean, before taxes. I don't know. Well, it's funny, though. It was entertaining. God damn it. Why do I keep going there? That's not a good one to go to. I got to remember to fix that button. So, how y'all doing? Yeah. Well, I'm going to let some questions process on that article. And of course, yes, I dropped that video today. The problem with dropping videos like that is, I mean, for one, it's like, it's real personal. Like, this channel's supposed to entertain, so hopefully, I don't know. I got a rant out, whatever. Hopefully it served its purpose. It's not anything I'm going to make a habit out of. I'm not a political person. It just happened to really affect our lives personally. That's it. That's all. The Speaker of the House is not somebody I'm going to bring up on this channel on the regular. Not her biggest fan. Okay. And well, she has a lot of enemies now who were her fans a couple of weeks ago. So, you got to thank him for being this stupid and arrogant. And it's all this elite class that we have in this country now who are the most ungrateful fucking people in the world. And they don't understand that's why we get pissed off when we see a rich politician or celebrity bitching about something, bitching about inequality, when they just pretended for a living, right? For $1 million or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they're complaining about it. There are countries that you can go to that still have to dig holes to find water, right next to the holes they dig to go to the bathroom. So you're welcome to it. You're really welcome to it. Things aren't going to be perfect for everyone, but the ingratitude of Hollywood is what pisses people off instantly. Same goes for this platform too, by the way. Not that we're anywhere near as important as the folks in Hollywood, because we're obviously not, or the politicians, because they don't have to follow rules you and I do. So I guess my best suggestion would be, just, I don't know, do kind of like that drug commercial. I learned it from watching you, Dad. Perry Chan already took care of that one too. let's get to a couple questions here. And then we've got to talk about Star Trek. Oh, why is this window up? I don't need this window up. I'm not in a time limit tonight, by the way, so we can just go for a while. We can go for a while if you'd like that. Oh my God, why do I have two chats up? That's why. Okay. Bearded Warrior for £5. Biden is debating Trump at the end of the month. Anyone want to bet that they say he can't cause? He magically gets the fear bug or gets replaced by Kamala. Probably. It'll be entertaining. I'm going to watch, and I usually don't watch debates. They put me to sleep. But, I think this one's kind of important. But honestly, I wait till the end. I just wait till the end. Reason being, my vote does not count. It just doesn't count because I am a double felon. Mr. Insanity for $4.90. But we'll see. We'll see. Mr. Insanity for $4.99. Hail, saw Tenet yesterday. Gotta say, I really liked it. When you get to a theater, see it immediately. All right. You said you liked it. I talked to Jeremy. I'm gonna let him speak his review. He's seen it twice. I guess it's confusing to some people. I have not seen it, and I can't. I don't go to Tortuga, so I'm going to wait till it comes into a theater, which might be soon. We have a drive-in close to us. When Mrs. Nerdrata gets back, I'm going to go see New Mutants. It probably will suck, but we'll see. Chris Latito for $5. Grats on escape from San Francisco. Keep going until California is in the rear view mirror. First time super chat. Did I do it right? You did, Chris, and thank you. I appreciate it, and I'll be gentle. D for 20 Canadian pesos. Hail, Gary. Your political videos are really good. Well, they're not supposed to be really political. They're just how they affect my life personally. And I currently am overlorded by Democratic politicians. Believe me, I'm critical of all of them. Let me finish super chat. You should keep Adam. You have an important message that needs to be heard. You can make a difference. Money to get you out of California. God bless you. I pray for you. Thank you, Deef. And I appreciate it. I'm not smart enough to take on the political machine like Razor Fist. He went to school. He went to the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism. The dude knows his shit. That's the kind of person I listen to. I want to hear from you guys, though. See, we need to hear from more just fans, regular people, common sense, the realm of common sense, which I hope to God isn't partisan. I really hope not, because I think most people just want to get up, go to work, have a good life, watch their kids grow up in safety and in harmony, and want to live happy, joyous, and free lives. None of our lives are going to be that all the time. They're going to suck sometimes because life isn't fair, and there's nepotism and cronyism, and that's part of it. It's just going to evolve. Shit isn't going to get better overnight, and tearing everything down, I most definitely won't make anything better. It's guaranteed to make things worse for decades, if not centuries. So we need to keep that in mind, and thank you very much. That's where I come from. So leave the politics to the political guys. I am just a dumb nerd. But I try to pay attention to what's going on, and when it's literally hitting our streets now, this divisiveness, and I have been talking about it for years, and so have many others on this platform, that when you starting to see it encroach on our entertainment and in our sports, then shit is getting serious, and people weren't taking it seriously, and now they are, and that's good. And I don't blame you. You hear some guy on YouTube going, wait a minute. So they're infiltrating comic books. And believe me, I get this to this very day. Why do they care about comic books? Well, it's a way to get to a certain age group, the prime age group of 18 to 34 to 45, really, with comic books. And you can see comic books are still very popular. There is a market for them. And all of our superhero films obviously are based on them, and they are keeping Hollywood, that source material is keeping Hollywood afloat right now. So of course they're going to hit our comic books, and of course they're going to try to influence us in everything. They have tried through Doctor Who. They're currently trying through Doctor Who, Star Wars, Star Trek. All three of them are going to get worse, not better, worse. All right. So that do not buy that Hollywood is going to get less woke. Not happening in a million years. The only way they're going to stop is when we stop funding them. And right now, they are funded by the government. They're funded by us through all the relief and all the PPP loans and all that shite. And they absolutely think that the sentiment of the buying of the customer has changed. They want to believe that. They deeply want to believe that. It's not true, but it's not going to change their ways. If they haven't changed, if they didn't change over the end of last year, what makes you think they're going to change now? When have they given us a single sign that they're going to change? Sure, we've heard Jon Favreau say something like, yeah, well, we got to listen to the fans. Okay. That's not going to, that doesn't mean the tide is turning because he made an obvious statement. That's just one guy who, has power over a show, but not over Disney, not over Star Wars. It still firmly belongs to Kathleen Kennedy until she's gone, which means nothing's going to change. I'm not trying to sour anyone on this. I am trying to just speak the truth. I will believe when she's gone. I'll believe it when I see it in Deadline, when I see it in Variety, and that does not mean things are going to change. Not by a long shot. Things could get worse. If Marvel fans all remember, Joe Quesada left and we got something actually worse. Axel Alonso. So that could happen. Tracy Wilborn for $5. Hey, Gary, when you travel to Texas, if you're going on I-10, stop at Las Cruces and I'll buy you a coffee, even though coffee is nasty. I love coffee, Tracy. And I'll stop in Las Cruces. No problem. Mexican Iron Man. What's up? My emperor, you and the caravan left me in the Bay Area to suffer under Pelosi. I shall soon escape and join you in San Diego, then heading to the Ozarks. Sorry about Pelosi hypocrisy. Crisis on Infinite Tijuanas. Orale. Yes, the name of my biography will be Crisis on Infinite Tijuanas, or in Infinite Tijuanas. It depends. Not sure. Still haven't decided. Yeah, she rubbed it in the faces of every single salon owner in San Francisco and California, and they're all pissed. They're all pissed, and these are all true blue Democrats, members of the alphabet community. They were screaming in the background on the phone when I was on a phone conversation. So yeah, that shit's real. Notice the DNC logo spells out death to America. Does it? I wouldn't be surprised. Opinion, 2 Canadian pesos. I mean, weren't they saying that on the streets at one of the protests? I think I heard that. Crazy Cat Guy, thank you for the ice cream. I appreciate it. All right. So speaking of that priority of diversity, where do we want to go from here? We'll go to Star. Oh, by the way, Amber Heard is not leaving Aquaman, apparently. Well, I don't know if I can, I just don't like her very much. That's all. Justice for Johnny. So we're going to have some changes here with Star Trek, or not more. We're going to have actually more of the same here with Star Trek. Oh, God damn it. I keep doing it. Star Trek Discovery Season 3 to introduce transgender and non-binary characters. They look okay. They look very young. They look extremely young. CBS All Ass has announced that the third season of Star Trek Discovery will see the addition of a non-binary and transgender character to the crew of the USS Discovery. According to Variety, the transgender character is a trans man who has spent his life as a Trill planning to be a host for a symbiotic alien species that lives in different hosts over its lifetime. Yes, the character will also... Wait a minute, what? But you're... My brain hurts from that one. You're already Trill. So you're identifying as something until the thing comes in from the thing, and then it makes the pudding. Oh, sorry. The character will also be played by trans actor Ian Alexander, Lev, The Last of Us Part 2. Oh, no, you can't make this shit up. Oh. Okay, I'm not here to bust on anybody's personal appearance. Non-binary actor Blue Del Barrio in their first on-screen acting role will play Adira, a non-binary character who bonds with Lieutenant Commander Paul Stamets, Anthony Rapp, and Dr. Hugh Culber, Wilson Cruz, the first same-sex couple in Trek. So they're going to pair the non-binary couple with the gay couple because of segregation. I don't know. See, this is the priorities of Alex Kurtzman's Star Trek. The reason they have to do this is because they write terrible stories. So a Star Trek fan isn't really going to be bothered by any of this as long as they have a good Star Trek story. Unfortunately, in all the years of Alex Kurtzman, we haven't received a good Star Trek story yet. We got a below mediocre episode of Star Trek Lower Decks, but it was just boring and it wasn't offensively bad. So I guess if we want to say that's a victory. But here, in a statement provided by Michelle Paradise, the co-showrunner and executive producer, explained that these two additions to the cast, stating Star Trek has always made a mission of giving visibility to underrepresented communities because it believes in showing people the future without division on the basis of race, gender identity, or sexual orientation is entirely within our reach. Really? Because you showed the most hateful, disgusting Star Trek I've seen. It's been nothing but hate. And, baby heads, cannibalism, offensively bad writing, shooting stars in space, sonar in space. You brought somebody back to life in ecto-poo from a mushroom dimension. I could go on, but I'm going to I'll save a lot of this. I will be announcing my Picard review release date today, by the way. I can't wait to get it done. I'm really motivated to get it done. And I'll tell you why in just a second. The characters' identities are set to be treated with respect. Well, I thought you were going to disrespect them. As Paradise said, we take pride in working closely. So they're not going to be written with any nuance, with any personality, because they're going to have to be treated with respect. So they're going to be written like all the other characters on the show, except for Michelle Yeoh right there, who acts like your mom trying to act sexy, which is just cringe as hell. Ian Alexander and Nick Adams at GLAAD. Okay, in working closely with Blue Del Barrio, Ian Alexander, and Nick Adams at GLAAD to create extraordinary characters of Adira and Gray and bring their stories to life with empathy, understanding, empowerment, and joy. Yeah, except they've kind of already done this in Star Trek before. And they're pointing it out right here. In Star Trek The Next Generation, the Outcast, audiences are introduced to Janelle, an alien race that has evolved beyond gender and exists as genderless, androgynous individuals. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum. Yeah, see, it's okay. It's okay because I'm going to tell you what Star Trek Discovery's ultimate failure has been. Star Trek Discovery's ultimate failure has been in their treatment with the fans from the beginning and their treatment of this franchise. Their ultimate failure has been putting faith into Alex Kurtzman. As far as politics go, it was Patrick Stewart who introduced them in his review. It was Alex Kurtzman and the two fired showrunners before that who introduced the partisan by basing Klingons on Trump supporters. It was Kurtzman who has divided the fan base. He's divided it further with his shitty writing. You see, I heard a rumor that happens to be a fact that Star Trek sucks. It really, really sucks. And nobody's really watching it. So they can continue making stuff on their streaming service because they need it. This is their quote unquote crown jewel. Another fact is that Emma Watts stated from Paramount, which apparently they're talking like Star Trek is still separated. Like there's a TV version and there's a movie version. So she was speaking to the movie version of Star Trek, but she said it had to be reinvigorated at its core. That is a fact. That is a quote from an executive at Paramount, which happens to be Viacom CBS. Anything beyond that, I don't know. I know we're going to get Star Trek Discovery Season 3. Always known we're going to get Season 3 because they stated it and they shot it. And, well, we're finally going to get it. And I bet you it's going to be as bad as Season 2, if not worse. But if it's good, I'll let you know. Thankfully, you can replicate extensions. I mean, that's what Michael Burnham got right there. So that's always good. And my God, did Tilly gain weight in that poster. Oh, my Lord. Look at that. I didn't even notice that. Jesus Marimba. Oh, my Lord. Do you think she's pregnant? I mean, he's kind of putting his hand over her stomach right there. Oh, my God. She's like, that's like, okay, it's all right. Not judging here. So, yeah, Star Trek is bad. And it will continue to be bad as long as Alex Kurtzman runs it. If CBS wants to stick with the guy, honestly, it's no skin off my back. I'm very sad to be losing this franchise, but I had made my peace with losing it a long time ago. So when it came back, it never really was Star Trek. So, you know, I mean, the only loss is future fans. You're not going to have any. Look at the fans you have left. Look at them. So there was an effort by CBS. I'll find the article. I'll probably throw it in a video later where they stated that they were going to there's a new technique they were going to take to promote Star Trek. Now, mind you, Alex Kurtzman tells a fib or two once in a while. So in an interview with his 5-year plan, he said we were going to get a toy line this summer. We didn't really get that, did we? We still don't have any merchandise, and there's international distribution. I don't know what the hell it is. I'm sure they'll find some somewhere. I don't really care. The rest of the world, you are saved if you don't want to see this. But, yeah, they said they were going to roll out this new marketing approach, and they're going to bring in influencers. So they brought in some influencers. They influence a couple people. You know, there's a couple people out there that they actually influence, and that's cool. That's fine, you know. But they're bringing them in, and that's what they have left. There's no growth in anything related to this brand, including the brand itself and including all the hangers-on, which is sad because I would love to be watching Star Trek lore videos or Star Trek, the history of Star Trek or whatever. But that's not what the most interesting thing. You see, the only thing that lights up the fandom, the only thing that excites the fandom is hearing that Alex Kurtzman might be fired. Fucking gets them fired up. And even the people who semi-like Star Trek Discovery wouldn't be sorry at all to see him go. And that's a fact. But he's staying. Okay. All right. You win. You get sucky Star Trek. Awesome. Now, as far as going with rumors or anything, I don't. I go off what I read here. I tell you what I think. I'll tell you what I know. I actually know somebody who works in the building. Well, that person has not been in the building for quite some time, actually, because of the lockdown. So they're working from home. So hasn't been a lot of info. All I've heard is everything's still a go. That's all I know. Picard, there is problems with Picard, and we'll see what I don't know the details of the problems. It could be just logistical. I'm not really sure. That's the only thing I've heard. Only thing. And I can't, other than we don't know what type of problems. It could be catering problems for all I know. I don't fucking know. And I don't really care. All I want to see is good Star Trek. And if it's shitty, I'll tell you. I'm going to go back to reviewing Lower Decks tomorrow. So sometime in the morning, I'm going to review the episode. It's going to go on Nerdrotic Live. It's not worth putting on my main channel. It really isn't. Because again, it's not offensively bad. Like Star Trek Discovery is going to be laughably bad, I suspect. If it's anything like season 1 or season 2, I mean, we've got the same writers. So if anyone expects any different, because we have the same writers and we have the same showrunners. So if you go, well, this time it might be good. This time Alex Kurtzman and Michelle Paradise might learn how to write some Star Trek. Well, no. Remember when you said that for Star Trek Discovery season 2? Remember when you said that for Star Trek Picard, which is so much worse than Discovery. And I can't wait to show you and share it with you in my review, which will be out. I want to release it on a Tuesday. So we'll say the 21st of September. That's going to be a Monday. The 21st of September, my Star Trek Picard review will be out. All right? All right. So Star Trek's failure is in not getting rid of Kurtzman, not listening to their fan base, not doing anything to help grow this brand. They are now 5 years into the Alex Kurtzman project, and it feels like they're stuck in the launching pad all the time because they are. They're constantly changing they wanted all their Star Treks to be different, and they're not. They're all the same. They all suck. So they failed in that. They failed. I mean, look at everything Kurtzman has done. Anything that was semi-successful, he had Roberto Orsi with him or Jar Jar Abrams with him. When he's on his own, he sucks. Michelle Paradise is a CW writer. That's all she'll ever be. She can go write whatever, Savannah Nights, or I forgot the name of the fucking show, fucking Vampire Diaries. Go write that shit. Don't write this. So, and all they have to announce is this. That's all they've got. They go virtue signal, virtue signal, virtue signal. I mean, forget the stories and everything. And we're not going to give any of these characters any complexity at all because we are bigots. We're bigots. So there you go. Fucking Star Trek. It's hilarious. And I'm aware that people are trying to get my attention on this platform. My policy remains the same. I'm not gonna bring any attention to somebody who really desperately needs it. I'll say this. I always give the same unsolicited advice. If you're on this platform and you have to call out other YouTubers, whether you feel justified, whatever, nobody is interested in that. It might seem like it. You get a lot of little comments. You get some people in the live streams. But if you look at the actual traction, if you look at your analytics, people hate it. Hate it. So every time I see that happen with another, it's usually a channel that individual channel is struggling. I will tell them the same thing. Reconnect with your audience. You're not going to connect with your audience by attacking somebody else and their audience. However justified you feel, however right you might be, doesn't really fucking matter at this point because people just don't care. For some reason, they like the other guy more than they like you. You have to figure that out. You have to figure that out because you can get mad at the other guy all you want. but that still doesn't change you. I'm saying, that's all I'm saying. And, I'm not perfect at this stuff either. And you always got to try and connect with your audience. And, it's not about telling them what they want to hear, because I don't think audiences are dumb. I don't think the people who join me here are dumb. They can see through bullshit like that. And maybe that's why you're not connecting. Maybe because you're bullshitting and they caught you. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of questions, a lot of answers that you're going to have to find yourself. So, let's go to noticed. No, that's not it. Gary, mix up the green screen. Jer Hermy, C3PO. Drake is 6 for $2. I don't want to mix up the green screen. I don't want to be using it for very much longer, to be honest with you. And it looks, I don't know. I could put Gavin Newsom behind me with a knife, but no. Boyega threw some gas on Disney and lit a match. Made me smile so wide. Wonder if any others will get spine and speak like he did, said Mr. Insanity for $4.99. No, they won't. They won't. And honestly, I would like to see, that's great, because he's free to do that. And I don't think he will suffer any consequences for it, to be honest with you. If he does, he'll just say, what, you're not hiring me because I spoke out because I'm black? Fuck yeah, they're going to hire him. You kidding me? So yeah, he's free to say all kinds of shit now. Probably more free than any actor in Hollywood right now to say whatever the fuck he wants, and he'll go get another job because they're scared to death, because they're all bigots in Hollywood. They're all bigots. I'll say it again. I worked there for 2.5 years. And while I met some pretty nice people, I also met some complete shitheads, devious a-holes, and backstabbing cunts. And I will say it was the most racist, sexist, homophobic place I've ever worked, including the auto industry, where I worked the majority of my life, even more than the comic book industry. The comic book industry is catty. It's just catty. It's catty between shop owners, and the artists are all a bunch of artists. So but I mean, the Hollywood, the entertainment industry, man, up and down. Lots of bad people, because bad people excel. You excel in that system. It's the kind of system where lying, duplicity, it gets you places. Manipulation gets you places. Honesty, integrity, those are weaknesses. Empathy, fuck, they throw that word out all the time. They have no idea what it means. Empathy to them might be, okay, when I stab you in the back, I'll try to hit you in a place where you won't bleed as much. Gary, how about the Orange Man retweet of the beauty salon? 4 more years? Maybe. I don't know. Well, yeah, if Nancy Pelosi keeps doing this, you're going to get hairdressers to vote for the Orange Man. I love that he called them beauty parlors. Thought that was funny. Zelina SW for $4.99. Zelina SW for $4.99. Oh, shit, it just jumped on me. Hang on. Yeah, that was fucking funny, man. Now, the whole thing is funny. I was watching Crowder this morning. He had a big old smile on his face. What did we got? What was he smiling about? The mayor for Portland is leaving his house. One of the Cuomos, I mean, it's another day that ends in Y, got caught doing something stupid. But he said the media is not your friend, which is a soundbite I'm going to use all the time. We all know that. The media is the enemy of the people on all accounts. So, yeah, it was a funny day. And for the Pelosi stuff, listen, I was going back and forth. I was watching my email just go ding, 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 ding. And everybody's just, emailing me. And they're like, can you believe this shit? And I'm all, no, I actually can't. I mean, as it's so true to form, it still surprised me. It did. I was like, fucking the hubris on this biatch. And so, my wife's only response was just ew, and my wife is not a political person. And quite frankly, you all know what the politics are of your average hairdresser in San Francisco. For them to be pissed, is an awakening like no other. Now, is it going to get them all to go on over to the other side? No, but I think Nancy's response might have, saying it was a setup, a fucking setup, a setup. And you know what? Who the fuck cares if it was, to be honest with you? I don't give a shit. I don't know if it was. I don't think so, because the way those salons are set up, the owners don't talk to the people they rent their chairs. So it's an e-salon. So it's a bunch of independent contractors. They have auto shops like this too, where a guy comes in and just rents out a stall, and the guy who owns the building never comes in. You never hear from him. It's like your landlord. You just pay the rent and that's it. So that salon owner probably wasn't in contact with their person until the person said, "Hey, yeah, Pelosi's coming in." That's crazy. Pelosi saying that she was lied to, throwing the fucking business under the bus, tells you exactly what these people will. They will stop at nothing. They will stop at nothing. For one, girl, you're paying for that hair. Ew. Number two, you went to San Francisco to an e-salon. And number three, I've been by her house. I'm not going to say where it is, but I've been by her house. It's got a giant wall around it. In San Francisco. You don't see, Zuckerberg's got one of those too. He's got a big old wall around one of his 6 houses. But yeah. She knows. She's in San Francisco a lot. She's in constant contact with the politicians there, including the mayor. She knows what the fuck's up. She's fucking lied. And she got caught. So that's going to make a lot of enemies, because you're rubbing people's misfortune in their face. And for that, and the main reason that I was pissed off is that did fucking happen on the same day my wife cleared out the last of her salon. She called me 3 hours later. She wasn't happy, okay? Wasn't exactly thrilled that she had to move all of her equipment, chairs, and everything in the garage of our house up in San Francisco, which we're trying to sell. And the new guy who was taking over the salon came in. And yeah, that sucks. That's a whole shitty feeling when you weren't even thinking about this in February of this year. Wasn't even crossing your mind. So to blame this on anybody else than local government, because the way our country is set up is the federal government does not run your city. Okay. Some people don't understand that. I know you guys do, but there might be the one person out there who doesn't understand that. The Orange Man has no influence, zero influence in San Francisco. There is no Republican influence in San Francisco anywhere. There's a couple of, I think there's a radio show. Yeah. Michael Savage or whatever. He's in San Francisco, but that's it. And he's by himself. And, I don't know much about him, but there is no influence like that in San Francisco. It is, the Democrats are the conservatives. And then there's everything else. And for the most part, though, people like cheddar. They like to make money, and they weren't real respectful of small businesses, but they wanted them there because they were fleecing the hell out of them. And that's who paid for everything. We paid for fucking everything. The homeowners and the small business owners. We're the ones that make that city go. We pay the bus driver from Muni who, okay, you want to hear a shitty story? This is a true story. So Muni is the municipal bus drivers in San Francisco. They have a pecking order. They have a so basically, if you're new, you got the shitty route. If you're old, you get your pick of the litter. And you, so the bus driver with the most seniority only has to drive one bus on one route. That's it. And he gets to pick the route. Rest of the day, he sits at the yard. He plays pool. He yaks, he chits, he chats. So a couple of, Muti went on a little hiring spree a few years ago from dealerships, and they were hiring mechanics because they didn't have any mechanics. So they were offering them like gobs of money because there was a shortage of mechanics. And they hired a couple of friends of mine. So they got hired, and then they checked back, and they're like, dude, I don't do anything, and I make $250 a year. And I'm like, whoa, what? He's all, yeah, 250,000 a year. I don't do shit all day. But then he's telling me the story of this bus driver who pulls down more than he does, who drives once a day and sits there and bullshits at the yard. And he's like famous on the yard there, apparently. I've never seen the guy personally, but yeah. So that's what we're paying for, that seniority, those city workers. By the way, I think, let me find a tweet from my wife's cousin. Yeah, she was talking about this yesterday. So as 54% of the business has been shut down in San Francisco, California. In San Francisco, California, we got to find her tweet. There's plenty of city workers. And they're making, I believe, let me get you the number because I saw it yesterday. It wasn't 1,900 of them. It had to be 19. I believe it was 19. It couldn't be 1,900. And of course I lost it. Oh, she retweeted me. That's nice. Hi, thanks, Sammy. So, yeah, I can't remember what the number is now, but there is an ungodly number of city workers making over $150,000 a year. Yet, the latest report from the San Francisco Chronicle stated that San Francisco is one of the most bloated cities in the country. It is one of the worst run cities in the country. A city budget of $11 billion. For a city of 800,000 people. $11 billion. What the fuck? Oh my God. But I mean, they've got buildings to build and they've got Zuckerbergs to suckle and yeah, I don't fucking know. I can't find the number now. They were talking about austerity, but yeah, whatever. It's a very large number of people making over $150,000 a year who are doing nothing. And now, while everybody's at home and the money's starting to dry up now, that's when shit's going to start getting serious. And I know a lot of you out there are feeling that. And listen, don't be quiet about this at all. And, you know, like our story isn't the worst. By far, it's not the worst. I know some of you out there are going through much, much worse. Do not be quiet about it. Get out there on social media, tell your story, because you're not going to fucking hear it from anybody. The only thing I'm thinking of is like, I'm thinking of my wife and I'm thinking the shit that she went through, but I'm also thinking about, it was in Minneapolis, that guy's sports bar. Was it Minneapolis? The guy whose sports bar was burned down and he was crying. Yeah. I'm thinking about that guy. I'm thinking about the people who like, you know, I came from nothing. I worked my ass off to have a fucking sports bar. It's my life's dream and I'm doing it now. And then some fucktard burns it down. And it was probably a white dude who burned it down and burned down this black man's dream that he had to work his ass off for. And, you know, chances are maybe he had to work a little harder than the average person to get there. But that's, you know, a lot of people do. Some of us are behind the eight ball a little more and some of us are put behind the eight ball because life isn't fair. So I've had to work a little harder than some people because of my bad decisions. All right. So I'm not blaming anybody that I had to work harder. I just did. Because I'm less educated. I dropped out of, I got kicked out of 3 high schools and I've been to prison and I wasted a lot of my fucking life getting loaded and partying. And, you know, I had to pay the price. So I had to work a little harder and I was thankful for whatever I got. Cause personally, I didn't think I was going anywhere in life. When I finally started straightening out my life, I'm like, man, I got no skills. I can barely fucking read. I can barely write my name. I'm an idiot. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. So when I got that parts delivery job, I was happy as fuck. I loved it. I loved that job. So, and I'll never forget that job ever. And it led to this. Who knows? So people are really trying to sell that meritocracy is bullshit and everything is stolen now and everything is wrong and everything is bad when it wasn't 7 months ago. We have some engineered bad going on right now, and enough of the fucking small talk on this shit. Everything passed. I'm not saying like the coof most definitely came from another country, and it did come here, and it did affect elderly people and people with pre-existing conditions, but that's about it. We could have kept the economy open. It's pretty clear at this point now. And it was used as for politics. Unfortunately, the apocalypse came on an election year, and if the Four Horsemen came on an election year, they would probably be diverted, or two of them would be on one side and two of them would be on the other, or maybe one of them would vote independent. I'm not fucking sure, but it would be partisan. So we all, have to suffer. But the thing is, like, we can bitch and moan all we want, right? And we have every right to do that, to be honest with you. But there's a point where we got to say enough of this shit. We got to turn the page and really just get out there and get to work at this point. Be safe, make people feel safe. That's the most important thing, is you're going to have to deal with a lot of scared people right now because they've been fed fear porn constantly for months. Not you. You are a smart person. You turned off the news a long time ago. But there are people who haven't. And, I just went to the gym for the second time today, which was fucking glorious. It was magical. It was like a religious experience. Seriously. I got almost emotional in there. So I was so fucking happy to be there. But there was nobody in there. It's open. Where the fuck is everybody? There was like 6 of us in there. So that needs to be fixed, because once we get open, we can't just flip everything on, because there's people who are just legit scared that they're going to die if they go outside. You know what? There's always that chance. There's always that chance. But that chance, the percentages from that chance changing from before, say, 2020 to after 2020 are very small, very, very tiny, very, very tiny. So hopefully, you know what? I'll be real. I will sit in a movie theater right next to somebody without a mask on. That's how unworried I am. Now, if you want to take precautions and you don't want to do that, I'm not going to shame you. Do what you got to do. But that's where I'm at right now. Fuck, though. I mean, like, it's, and there's industries you cannot turn on again. And the one we cover the most, Hollywood, cannot just flip a fucking switch. They are so unbelievably screwed. So they are absolutely panicking behind the scenes. And you're going to see a lot more Daisy Ridleys start whinging. And you're going to see that. You're going to see a lot more OnlyFans popping up. You're going to see a lot of very interesting things. A lot more Brie Larsons on YouTube. So it will be entertaining unintentionally. But as far as intentional entertainment, not too sure what we're going to get. I'm really not too sure. I was kind of hoping there was a stretch there before the riots and the looting that we would get like sure thing stuff like, oh, well, Henry Cavill as Superman. And let's find the best possible director that's not Jar Jar Abrams and do a solid Superman movie with Henry Cavill. That'll inspire people and bring them together. Nope. That's all out the window now. I mean, the only Superman movie we'll probably get is Red Sun. They'll probably adapt Red Sun. And if you don't know what that is, it's a communist Superman. It's an Elseworld story. Because Hollywood's like really in love with Marxism right now. Although it's completely antithetical to everything they do, still they love it. So I've never gotten that one at all. Oh, yeah. I'll read a couple more super chats, and we got to talk about Keanu. We all love Keanu. So, why does Star Wars have janitors? Just use a droid. Albatross flight, $2. Because Jar Jar Abrams is a shitty director,
and Lawrence Kasdan mailed that shit in, and they came up with a Star Wars janitor because they're lazy assholes. I can't call Lawrence Kasdan a hack. He's not a hack. He just mailed it in. He got a big fat Disney check and pooped on a piece of paper and handed it over and called it a script. Whoa, bro. Just realized how close you are to 300K. Keep up the good work, buddy. Why, thank you, Darth Bredicus. I appreciate it. Yeah, we just passed 275,000 subs, I think. As long as I haven't checked. Wasn't sure if I lost any from the last video. You never know. You never know. Again, you know what? I can't do that. Because listen, if you get political now, I'm going to have to stay political forever. And I don't want to do that. I really, really don't want to do that. It's political season. And we could talk about it a little bit because it's really affected every one of our lives. Not just my life. It's affected your life too. The decisions of local government. Listen, we all need to wake up to who our local overlords are from whatever party. We need to know who the fuck they are, where the fuck they have been, and what the fuck they are about, because you know what? They have a lot of fucking power over us, and we need to reduce that. That needs to be greatly reduced. So if one of you all out there want to run on giving government less power, I will be behind you. I don't give a shit what party. If it's about taking away power from government, you are my friend. Progressive Harry and Meghan sign $50 million deal with Fredo Netflix. Not surprising at all. Remus King of Rome 5 for $30 Australian. G'day. And I feel, listen, as much as I bitch, Australians are screwed right now. They cannot travel between their states. That's un-American, by the way. That's downright un-American. So, and hopefully you'll be let out soon. Sporking News Podcast for $2. Grats on 275K. Don't slow down because I am gaining on you. Well, I hope you pass me up, Sporking. As soon as you get a new computer, I was watching you the other day, all roboting on your freaking Game of Thrones live stream. It's awesome. I love Sporking. By the way, Lady Gravemaster, my great producer, who has made one video that has 5,000 views, by the way, I'm so proud of her. She's at, last time I checked, she's at 903 subscribers. Eric, are you in there? Could you please put Lady Gravemaster's channel in the chat? Could we get 97 more subscribers for Lady Gravemaster so she can hit 1,000? I would greatly appreciate it. She has one video out. It's a cuties video. It's good. Go check it out. I would appreciate it. Foul Ball Productions for $4.99. Hail the mighty Gary. Thank you for inspiring and encouragement to start my own channel. It's been the best thing to come out of this madness. Oh, that's awesome. Start your own channel right now. Let me give you some unsolicited suggestions. You can talk about politics. If you're good at talking about politics, man, jump on it now. Go on there and jump on it now. For one, we need more common sense voices out there, and the more the merrier. If you know your Hollywood stuff and you can mix it in with, if you don't want to talk politics, then definitely go to Hollywood, cover TV, cover Star Trek, or sports. If you know anything about sports right now, jump on it. Sports is hotter than hot. I give up the sports ball, but I will say, Hollywood, we're seeing some foreshadowing here for Hollywood. So, and I've been saying it for a long time. With the baseball ratings, I say sports ball. I actually know quite a bit about football. I loved it my entire life. And I was a Charger fan. Then they ripped them out of San Diego, so I don't give a fuck about football. But I was a season ticket holder for many, many years. And my dad was an original season ticket holder when they were in LA and came to San Diego. So lifelong Charger fan. Not anymore. And loved the Padres for most of my life. And I know they're good now, but I'm not going to root for them. Why? Because I'm done with sports ball, because sports ball went woke. So you're seeing what happens. Sports ball is suffering greatly from going woke, going full woke. Their ratings are down. It will be no different for Hollywood. It will actually be worse, because I do believe people will return to sports in arenas, unfortunately. Now, maybe some of the numbers will degrade, and that will probably hurt. I think people will fully come back to basketball. Not too sure about baseball. Hockey, in Canada, they're always going to go. Football is going to be the question, because football is not aware of who their base is as fans. They do not understand. And watching Roger Goodell go out there, by the way, hardcore Republican Roger Goodell, all of a sudden flipped. No, what he is he's a neocon. He is the establishment. He is very much of the establishment. So, of course, he's going to do what he's going to do. And I think football will suffer. Football was always growing, constant growth. And then they hit a blip a couple of years ago. They were starting to come back. They just lost it all. And it depends on how the economy bounces back. I know they were asking for $5,000 to $7,000 for the personal seat license in the LA stadium for the Chargers that they're going to share with the Rams. They're going to be the Rams' little bitch in that stadium. Is anybody going to have that in LA? In LA, a town. Oh, they're also fleeing from LA. Everybody's fleeing to a state near you, including celebs. And of course, Tom Hanks moved to Greece. So weird. What a random country to... By the way, most movie stars have been moving to New Zealand. That I understand. New Zealand is a beautiful country with... they're very limited who they let in. Some of the New Zealanders out there will confirm this. They don't let just anybody in. And apparently, if you're American and you want to go there now, you have to have like a special visa. You have to quarantine for 14 days. But the movie stars are still going out there, and not just to work. New Zealand is beautiful. It's fucking Middle Earth. You know, I would want to go there. Greece is cool. I was in Sicily a couple of years ago, so that's kind of Greece-like. And sure, it's cool, but it would be like Tom Hanks, and no offense to any of these countries. They're beautiful in their own ways, by the way. But we're talking about rich, elitist Tom Hanks moving. It would be like he moved to Tijuana, you know? Seriously. There's parts of Mexico that are awesome, by the way. And there's parts that are crappy, just like our country. But yeah, it's such a weird move. It's so strange. I wonder what's behind that. I actually know the answer, by the way. Culture Casino, thank you for the phallic unicorn, $1.49. Don't you think Gary looks tired, says Craig. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm fucking tired. I'm sick and tired of the bullshit. That's what I'm tired of. Craig McDriffit. You know what's funny? Craig, is when I saw that in Doctor Who, I had no idea what the fucking reference is. I had no idea. Zero. I still liked it, but I wasn't up on my British politics. Eric K for $1.99. Pelosi excuse for breaking the law. I was set up. Yeah. I have a video I recorded on my phone that I was going to put up on Twitter of me screaming. And my kid was, thank God his headphones were on. I'm like, what the fuck? Did she just fuck? You know, I didn't put it up though. I couldn't believe, you know what? I could believe that she fucking said that. She was set up. Fucking set up. So now now this business owner is going to be in trouble. She's going to be fucking investigated. She's going to have all kinds of shit for being brave enough. And we need to support her, by the way. Hero of the people. For going out there, she did stick her neck out, and now she's going to get in all kinds of fucking trouble. She's going to have the machine after her, digging through her entire fucking past. Every goddamn thing she did will be known by Nancy Pelosi, already is known by Nancy Pelosi, and she's using your money and my money to bury a small business owner just because the bitch couldn't fucking abide by the rules like the rest of us. On the same day, my wife is clearing out her salon for the last time. And you know what? It's not a surprise because her Grace needs to get her hair done. because you know what? These politicians, these celebrities, they are royalty now. They sure fucking act like it. So I think it's really good that there's a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people on social media who like to humble celebrities. I think that is a good pastime. That's something I enjoy the hell out of, and I'm okay with it, because at the end of the day, they're still rich. They're still rich as fuck. Patton Oswalt can go bail out all the rioters and looters, and some of them, by the way, happen to be Fredos that they're letting out and that are running around out there. And he feels good for a day, while he was probably responsible in a way of burning somebody else's business down. If you're letting these people out, when you're bailing these people out, you are responsible for burning down small businesses. That means you, Hollywood. I blame you. So let's all remember that the next time, or when they come out for a handout, for a bailout, when they want a politician to give them a tax break. I'm against taxes, but I think we should tax the fuck out of Hollywood right now. Tax them out of existence. I could give a shit at this point. I don't care. Any response? Old Taku DD for $5. And thank you for the $5. Any response to Ketwalski trolling the fandom menace with made-up rumors on 4chan? My response to Ketwalski's Polish, right? Sounds Polish. I could tell some Polish jokes right now. Should I tell some Polish jokes? Let me see. I wish I had my book. What's the one with the bike rack? There's a canonical list of Polish jokes. This is good. Those are too long though. Polish firing squad stands in a circle. The new Polish Navy has glass bottom boats to see the old Polish Navy. Hang on, I gotta blow this up. Polish kamikaze flew 48 successful missions. Polish loan shark lends out all his money, skips town. Sorry. It's been a long time since I've heard some Polish jokes. Ketwalski, I'm sorry. So Ketwalski is a YouTuber. Yeah, he's got 15,000 subscribers. That's pretty good. Little guy's getting up there. So yeah, he was supposedly trolling so he spent a bunch of time making up rumors, I guess, over the course of months to try to see if people would make videos on the rumors on 4chan. I guess he worked with somebody else. We've known this has happened before. That's why I don't run with 4chan stuff. The only rumors I've ever run with they weren't from 4chan. They're from Reddit, was for Game of Thrones, which turned out to be right. And as far as Star Trek 4chan rumors, haven't touched them because who cares? I would rather talk about what's happened. But I'll certainly talk about somebody else talking about them. No problem. But my response is, wow, you took the time to make up fake rumors so other people would make videos. Does that make Star Trek better? I don't think so. Actually, I think it makes it all kind of pathetic. So you might have got a couple people with the rumors. Good for you. Hard work done. Did it get you any subs? Did it make Star Trek better? I don't think so. So you still have bad taste in television. So it doesn't change very much. Other than that, no response. Oh, wait, I've got one more Polish joke. Why don't Polish women use vibrators? It chips their teeth. Oh yeah. Hey Gary, Congrats on leaving Pelosi land. I'm a smaller channel with almost 3,000 subs. Any advice on how to grow? I cover similar content to you. Sure, Deadwood Dale for $5. Keep it real. Tell people what you think. You know what? You can even run with a rumor or two because you're just running with rumors. And if you do run with rumors, just make sure you say so, and you'll probably get a lot of excitement because people, again, want to hear about, they would love if Alex Kurtzman or Kathleen Kennedy got fired. That would be the best news to happen to Star Trek or Star Wars in a long, long fucking time. But no, just be real. It's going to take a while, so make sure it's a hobby for a good few years. But do what you enjoy, Deadwood. Start out doing something you enjoy because your audience will connect through you, and they're going to sense. I mean, if you're just picking up stuff you don't know much about or anything, it might get you traction here and there, but eventually people want to connect. They want a place to come on your channel together, and they want to connect with you. That's the way. So it's, but yeah, you know what? Find a few YouTubers that are really successful and kind of see what they do. That's how I ran my shop when I didn't know how to run a business. So I talked to a few comic shop owners who I looked up to, and I basically stole all their fucking ideas, and it worked. They were okay with it. I just wanted, and I made them my own. I did my own thing. But yeah, that's what you got to do. I've been doing this on and off since 2009. And from 2009 to 2018, it was nobody was watching. It was fine. I was having fucking time in my life. It was a good hobby. And I'm still having time in my life. This is the fucking best job in the world. And think about it. You make it where somebody wants to take time out of their life, and life is short. I mean, imagine if you're Kowalski and you wasted a bunch of time, and then I don't want this to happen, but you had an accident, and then he's on his way up in the pearly gates, and he goes, shit, I spent the last few days of my life trying to troll another YouTuber because he made my fifis hurt about Star Trek. Shit, that would suck. Giving you support. Thanks for screen capture my deleted tweet. F Twitter. We need to expose the corrupt elites. That's right. Christopher Arcella, thank you for having my back. On Twitter, Christopher Arcella said, and I quote, well, I'm going to paraphrase you, buddy, because I can't remember everything perfectly. Thank you for the $5. He said, wow, did you hear about that Pelosi thing? Your wife must want to punch that bitch. And Twitter called that hate speech. I think it was a hypothetical. Now, if my wife was, I don't even want to go there because YouTube probably wouldn't like it. My wife is not afraid to throw. She used to get into the pit back in the day. My wife was a little punk rock girl. She would get in there and freaking roll in the pit. So yeah, she don't even fuck around. And Sporking News Podcast, thanks again. So let me see here. Ryan from the next San Francisco, Sacramento. Hello, Ryan. Thank you for the $2. It's good to hear from you. It is good to hear from you. Yeah. After watching Picard, is Inner Light from TNG still enjoyable? Yes, it is, because Picard is useless crap. It's garbage. It's the worst Star Trek ever produced because it did the most damage to a character. And I could argue it's dumber than Star Trek Discovery. As a matter of fact, I will try to make that argument in my review because what people haven't done because they don't want it. See, with Star Trek Picard, like Star Trek Discovery, there's so many fucking dumb things per episode. You can't cover them all. I'm going to try. I don't care if my review is 4.5 hours long. I'm going to fucking try. I'm going to show you every dumb thing in Star Trek because the worst thing that could ever happen to Star Trek, the most damage anyone can do to Star Trek is to have Alex Kurtzman make more of it. And they It keeps happening. But sure. Yes. So no, Inner Light is still fine. It's fucking brilliant. And as a matter of fact, to prepare for Picard, I have been rewatching TNG, and I love it, man. It's great. It's great. I've been pinning my action figures up, watching TNG, old Doctor Who. Ooh, that's good. That's my happy place, man. So no, Finbar Hooley, it doesn't fuck it up. Gary's Run soon on a screen near you. R. Fletch for $20. Thank you, my friend. And yes, I'm on the run. Steve O for $19.99. Great video today, Gary. Keep speaking the truth to power. It's important. Hail. Well, thank you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Mr. Insanity, it's all good when you need to let off steam every now and then. Let's enjoy late nooner and some pop culture talk tonight. Screw politics. Mr. Insanity, yeah, I'll keep it mostly to pop culture, but people are going to bring up Nancy Pelosi, but it will be mostly pop culture. But the politics is invading the pop culture. And one thing I'm going to be on top of is Hollywood's fueling the division in this country. That's going to be my primary focus aside from reviewing really bad Star Trek when it comes out. And we're in the midst of 23 weeks of Star Trek right now. But the divisiveness in Hollywood is my focus. Hail Gary from Central Florida. Keep up the good work. Here's some moving money. As for the final move, Florida allows ex-cons to vote. Just saying. Wanderin' Paladin. Thank you for the $5. They do, huh? I wonder if Texas does. I could, I guess, go for a pardon. But I mean, fucking why at this point? Right now, I don't want anything from the California government. They can fucking suck a bag of dicks. Left has ruined everything. Screwed Star Wars and Star Trek, my football team. Now they are burning cities to the ground. Intolerant authoritarians. Shinobi Kenobi for $5. You're not wrong, buddy. We need, at this point, I think the classic liberal has got to escape because they're just going to be called Yahtzees now too. I mean, it's happening daily at this point. Centrists are Yahtzees. Here's a little something to help with your ex-Cal project. Thank you, Fred W. Manzo, for $4.99. I appreciate you. Thank you for the good job thumbs up sticker. Carlos Batista for $5. Hail, brother. What a move for $5. Hey, have you heard about SB 145 passing in California? No. What the fuck is SB 145? I'm afraid to look. I'm really afraid to look. Oh, shit. I can't talk about it. Oh, what? No. They're a little... Okay, I'm just glancing over this. And, man, YouTube does not like this subject at all. But look up SB 145. And it looks like they're trying to have sympathy towards the kind of people who would like the cuties poster. People, whether they're born with the bad wiring or not, I have no sympathy for. And that's really, it's a very small percentage of people I have no sympathy for at all. And it just happens to be them. Hail, Gary. Thought of you today when I saw the Pelosi bullshit. Unbelievable. Did you get your birthday present yet? Hobbit pipe. Oh, my God. Margie smiles for $4.99. Melissa will be bringing it down from my P.O. box. Got a new P.O. box coming, and I'll let you know as soon as possible. Thank you so much. My God, I forgot the name of the person. Somebody sent me these laser etchings, these Lord of the Rings laser etchings in wood. They are in my Lord of the Rings room, and they're awesome. And thank you for the Hobbit pipe, Margie. I appreciate it. That's brilliant. I can't wait. I might even smoke out of it. Fuck it. Bear Business for $5. So many people cannot accept that you can call people out for their actions without supporting whoever is opposing them. Thanks for the content. Exactly. And if people, don't automatically assume anything unless somebody says something. Now, if people are getting upset because I'm calling out Pelosi. Well, everybody's calling out Pelosi in San Francisco. Everybody. And you're not going to find a lot of Orange Man fans in San Francisco. Now, I am one of the people who doesn't hate the Orange Man. I just think he's a president. That's all. I think they put way too much on him. And I think right now you judge a person by their enemies, and everybody and everything that I see going on isn't caused by the Orange Man. It's pretty clear what's fucking going on. And you're either a partisan or you're not. I'm not Mr. Rah-rah fucking Republican, and I'm nowhere near fucking rah-rah Democrat now. Like, couldn't be farther away from it right now, because that's not shit. They lost me a long fucking time ago. But as soon as you start wearing masks and running around in the street and beating the shit out of people with baseball bats and burning down innocent business owners' businesses, I'm sorry. I guess I'm an extremist for not liking that very much. You are the enemy. Good guys don't wake up and do that. I heard one of them got busted today, and he went right down in the fetal position and started crying like a little bitch. Good. Go to prison for a good long time. Somebody will make a man out of you. Thank you, Bear Business One, for $5. The Ellis for $5. Hey, bud, they talk highly of you over on Louder with Crowder show. You're not alone. Well, thank you. Yeah, Quarter Black Garrett gave me a shout out today again. And he was wearing my shirt on their Instagram page. So thanks, brother. I appreciate, man. I love Quarter Black Garrett. Hey, Gary, CBG gave you a big shout out on Crowder this morning. Chicago box on $1.99. He did. And Crowder was surprised that I wasn't gay. Well, I'll just say this isn't the only Baird. Just kidding. I'm just fucking kidding. And so what if I was? Dual male income? Brilliant. No. Actually, my wife makes, she made, God, that sucks. It just reminds me now. She used to, fuck. That's so fucking shitty. That she's got to fucking start over again. It's shitty. It's shitty. But we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Like I said in the vid, feel bad for the people who had their shit burned down, who don't have the money. Where's the fucking crowdfunding for that? Where's the movie stars bailing out or donating to businesses to rebuild? Where's that funding? I'm sure it exists out there, but I'm not hearing a fucking word of it. So if anybody does know of a legit organization that's helping small businesses rebuild, I think we need to hear that some more. Think about all the fucking, I would argue that the majority of the businesses burned down in a lot of those places weren't white at all. They're burning down their own fucking, or people are coming from out of town, flying in from out of town, which is starting to happen in a lot of cases. And I don't know. I'm hearing a lot about let's bail these people out, but I'm not hearing let's help the business owners rebuild. That would be nice. Greetings from Canada. Polaris sucks for 2 Canadian pesos. Greetings. Hello, fellow San Diegan. What's up? Sunk Shark for $1.99. Well, I was out of San Diego for 18 years, but it was never out of my heart, man. Born and raised here. Java Bean for $2.99 Australian. Hail, Gary. Thank you for your courage. Hashtag RIP Doctor Who. Fucking Doctor Who. That one's a punch in the gut every time. I love that show. I still love that show. A mystery box of time secrets for $5 Australian dollars. Transgender. We know this is normal, right? Well, as far as transgender, what's normal? I don't know if a transgender would want to be known as normal. What's normal? What's normal? Not focusing on your gender all the time is normal. Not focusing on your genitals all the time is normal. Waking up in the morning, paying the bills, calling your mom, going to work, watching Star Trek, that's normal. That's normal. What isn't normal? Obsessing on your identity, obsessing on everything that's wrong with you so you can identify as a victim. That's not fucking normal. It's not normal for me to like constantly wake up in the morning and go, my God, my raging ADHD requires me to write down plans all the time so I stay focused. I'm a recovering alcoholic and drug addict, so I need to feel bad about that all the time. So I got to stop going to meetings now because it's cool to be a victim. So I have to, and I'll put it in my profile on Twitter. I'll put it in my profile that I have irritable bowel syndrome and that I'm a recovering alcoholic and addict. I got a twitch in my left eye every third. I don't fucking know. No, that shit's not normal. It's not normal to put your pronouns in your profile. It's not normal because you have a fucking name. And if somebody accidentally goes his or her or she, and calm the fuck down. You're not that important. You're really not. And guess what? Chances are your identity is going to change in the next 10 years anyway. So I don't give a fuck what it is. As long as you're happy and you don't tell me what to say, I don't care how you identify. Go for it. Be happy, seriously. But constantly running out there and being obnoxious is not going to endear you to anyone. And thankfully, the sane ones I hear from fucking hate this shit. And honestly, it's not always it's not the transgender, it's the people using them as shields going, look at these transgender non-binary. So you're announcing somebody who identifies as somebody not identifying as somebody. Did I get that right? So if you're non-binary, you're essentially saying I'm a whatever. I'm not identifying as something. Okay, great. Brilliant. Reminds me of that headline. I was on Yellow Flash's live stream on Saturday, and I believe the headline went, man comes out as transgender at the same time wife and daughter come out as lesbians, going to all live together as a gay couple. I'm pretty sure that's how it went. So they went so far gone, they're back again and wasted everybody's fucking time. You're not special. You're really fucking not. And I'm talking to the people who constantly identify and have to tell us what their problems are. I don't care. I really, really don't care. I don't care what your hangups are. And your hangups don't identify you unless you let them. And if you let them, then you're not going to grow in life. So you'll sit in this arrested development, and you might as well put on an adult diaper at this point because you're just a fucking baby. So there you go. It's clown world. It's fucking clown world at this point. And nothing, I'm not going to say that. Something's going to surprise us this year. I was about to say nothing else is going to surprise me this year. It's don't say that. Nope. That's not true. Something will surprise me this year. Malakot 63 for $10. Hashtag defund San Francisco. Fund carne asada. Hashtag fund carne asada. Fuck yeah. Ooh, that's what I'm having for dinner tonight. Pelosi actually, thank you very much, Malakot 63, or is it Malakot 63? Michael Plowman for $5. Pelosi actually has the gall to say she was set up with the salon visit. Next, they'll blame the violence on, oh, wait, there's no violence. It was a peaceful protest, Michael. It was a peaceful protest. This salon owner, I'm glad she got out in front of it. And that was fucking a shrewd, smart move. That's what entrepreneurs do, by the way. They're fucking smart. And she's going to get a lot of blow. I hope she's ready. So if you're friends with her out there, please have her back. She's going to need it because she's going to have the machine come after her and it's going to be fucking ugly. California decriminalized. That's what, if that is true, I got to read it. Okay. I got to read it. I don't want to jump to that conclusion because if they did, then maybe it's time we go out and start. I got to be careful what I say. I got to read it. Rented identity. Please forgive me for waiting. I just can't jump to conclusions on that one, but I appreciate you letting me know. And I'm not doubting you. I wouldn't be surprised. I right when I said, nothing's going to surprise me in 2020. What happens within 10 seconds? Okay, so he said California is going to decriminalize contextualizing Padawans. We'll see. Fear of FEMA for $5. I just learned there is a VR Doctor Who game, which is good. And it's free to play, which is great. Unfortunately, it's the 13th Doctor. Oof. Well, then it's not good. If she's in it, it's not good. If there's like an option to play without her and I don't have to give them any money, but if you're helping them by playing it, they're probably mining your information or something. Sasa Matas for $5. Hello. Deep Space Nine had a trans officer, Dax, this is true, and trans species security chief, Odo. Both are more interesting than anything Kurtzman has made. Yes, of course. It's all been done in Star Trek in some way or another. As a matter of fact, oh my God, why am I forgetting? The doctor from Enterprise was schooling him on that at the Star Trek convention. Kegal 5 Cap 123 for 20 Norwegian krona. STD goes to show that not all good things are 3. No. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. Dude, bad series get green lights all the time. You see, Star Trek is now a CW show. So it's Flash. It's Arrow. You know, it's fucking Batgirl or Batwoman. That's what it is now. So the Star Trek fans who love to fucking stick their nose in the air at Star Wars fans and say how more sophisticated their show is, and this is what gets Red Letter Media the most pissed and all the other fans, is they just dumb their show down to like the lowest level. Like they are low tier CW soap opera shit. That's what Star Trek is. So maybe the Polish guy likes that stuff, and that's cool. That's fine. I mean, there's a lot of people who like soap operas, and that's cool. Well, I guess there's not a lot of people. I guess there's some people who like it. But if Star Trek was a popular show, there would be a very popular YouTube. There would be multiple popular YouTubers attached to it, gaining a ton of traction. I don't see that anywhere. Maybe it exists and I'm missing it, but remember when Game of Thrones was out in its prime, there was 100 channels attached to it, and 100 channels were varying degrees of success. Some better than others, but if you covered Game of Thrones between 2014 and 2013 and 2016, you were going to get traction. It was a popular fucking TV show. Star Trek, like all the other franchises, has been infiltrated by not only SJWs, dumb fucking SJWs, like the dumbest variety. Star Trek is dumb. The only reason I don't use that is because it really belongs to my boy Ichibaka with Star Wars is dumb. But to be honest, Star Trek is dumb. Star Wars is lazy. Star Trek is dumb. Alex Kurtzman just thinks he's a keen intellect. But actually, I'm as dumb as a bag of hammers. I really am. I copy everybody, and I do it poorly. I ripped off a Kuwaiti game designer, and I got away with it because the stupid fucking company I work for loves me for some reason. Probably because they were in transition, and they're run by a bunch of fucking idiots too, but que sera, sera. Hail, long live the fighters, says Oscar Meyer for $2. Hail, brother. I forgot I had, did I have Sammy's Twitter up there the whole time? That is Cousin Sam. Here, I can go back to it. Samala Anderson. She's honestly my favorite relative of my wife's. She used to play soccer for Cal Berkeley. I know what that sounds like, but she's cool as fuck. I think she won like some awards for her sports ball too. Yeah. And she is sister, Allie Wagner is her sister. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to use the words. Allie Wagner on Fox Sports. The play-by-play Allie Wagner from the gold medal team that beat China a few years back. That's my wife's cousin. So yeah, we love Samantha. She's like, she's got our back. She retweeted me somewhere here. But yeah, Sam's cool people. There we go. There's Nancy Pelosi. You fucking bitch. Okay, first ever gender neutral. Remember that TNG episode, The Outcast? Will had a relationship with a gender neutral person and violated the Prime Directive. Yes, Modalicious. We all fucking remember it, except for Alex Kurtzman, who's a dipshit. Green screen. I can't wait till you see my new office, guys. I really can't. All right. So Keanu Reeves. Schooled the comic book industry. So if you're not, I know the comic book industry is not for everyone. I talk about it a lot. Yes, I used to own a comic shop. It's been a big part of my life, and it's fallen apart because it was infiltrated again by a bunch of crazy, uber partisan, bigotry of low expectations leftists who have destroyed my beloved industry. Killed it dead. So Keanu Reeves announced that he's doing a comic book with Boom, and they decided to distribute it through Kickstarter. Now I'm getting kind of in the weeds. A lot of you aren't going to. So basically what they wanted to do is go outside the comic shop, go outside the normal means, so more people would find Keanu Reeves's comic, because there's a lot of Keanu Reeves fans out there who would buy his comic. And I think it's different this time. You can buy like all volumes in one shot. And it's basically like subscribing to it, except buying it outright, and they will send it to you. And the comic looks pretty damn good, to be honest with you. And it pissed off a bunch of the comic book comrades, the SJWs. And that made me happy. I didn't know quite every detail of it, right? So your boy Zach sent me an email from Diversity in Comics on it. Thanks again for sending it, your boy Zach. I appreciate it. He is one of the people who inspired me to YouTube, by the way. Here, I'm going to look it up. It's Kickstarter Keanu. And yes, it's on Kickstarter. And it's called Berserker. And Ron Garney's on it, which is cool. All right, so I did it again. I fucking did it again. There it is. There's our boy Keanu Reeves. So Az did a great video on this today. Go check it out. Az from Heel versus Babyface, because he is fucking right. Keanu Reeves just did more for the comic book industry in 2 seconds. This is the title of his video, by the way, than the comic industry has done for itself in 4 years. I will take it one step further. Keanu Reeves just fucking schooled Marvel and DC and all the little comic bitches out there who are complaining about this. Yes, Kickstarter is for the little guy to go and start his comic book. Nothing. Of course, they can still do that, but here's the deal. Crowdfunding has been out there for a long time, but Ethan and your boy Zach, Richard Meyer, came up with a new model within that is now going to get some serious competition. Serious competition. So our good friends at ComicsGate better strap up, because they're going to have some competition. People saw them making money, and it was only a matter of time. And listen, they're not everyone out there is a dumb fucking socialist communist who wants to live with 8 roommates and eat fucking ramen and have that cat litter smell in their fucking apartment the whole time. No, people want to make money. So they're going to see that your boy Zach and Ethan made $1 million, and they're like, oh, I want a piece of that pie. And now that, well, Hollywood's going to be really bored, really fucking bored, you're going to get a lot of competition, and I hope you're ready for it. Now, those guys know way more. They've done the crowdfunding thing, John Malin and my boy Cecil. They've done the crowdfunding thing, so they know it in and out. But the industry now is going to it's going to reach its most desperate hour, Obi-Wan. And when it does that, it's going to abandon the comic shop. Basically, Keanu Reeves just stuck a big old dagger in the comic shop with this one. Now, I don't think he meant to, so I'm not taking it personal. I don't have a comic shop. If any comic shop is out there and you're whining about this shit right now and taking it personal, shut the fuck up. You need to shut the fuck up. You had plenty of time to change and evolve, and because you let a few SJW comic shops run your life and didn't say fucking anything, you get what you get. And I know not every comic shop was like that, but you need to speak up. You can't be I just want to go to work and sell comics. It's not that atmosphere anymore. Now you are in competition with the bookstores, Amazon, and Keanu fucking Reeves. So you better make the best fucking comic shop in the fucking world or you're going to die. And part of that is either forcing Marvel and DC to change or stop carrying their shit because their stuff sucks. And you're going to need to find a way to be real nice to the Indiegogo ComicsGate folks. And you're going to have to start carrying their books, and you're going to have to find a way to carry these books, and you're going to have to find a way to stay in business. And that's all on you at this point. And I know you can do it because you're an entrepreneur. You've got the entrepreneurial spirit. But if you're just going to go and whine and bitch and moan about Keanu Reeves going on Kickstarter or fucking Indiegogo or ComicsGate bypassing the comic book store, you don't need new comics. You don't. You can sell old shit. You just got to make an awesome place to come that's fun and diversify a little bit. But as far as this stuff is concerned, I think it's great. I think it's because it shows there's still a market. Look at this, $422 fucking $1,000. In just over a day. In a day. In a day. Now, this is Keanu Reeves. The fact that Ethan and Zach were doing, even half of these numbers in a day tells you something about the comic book market. There's still plenty of love for the comic book market. And what this is a normal comic book. What did Az say? It's not some coming of age story about a guy falling in love with a porpoise. This is a coming of age story about a middle-aged guy reacquainting his love for violence and wanting to kill shit and probably wanting to have like sex with women and maybe drink a little ale and hang out with his friends and get and kill some more bad guys. Look at this. Fucking bullet holes in it. Yeah, I'm all about this. I'm buying this shit. I mean, fuck Kickstarter, but Boom, I got to agree with Ethan on this one. I don't know why the fuck they went to Boom. Like, why? Maybe for the security of like you're buying some multiple volumes at once or something like that. I don't know. I don't know all the details. But this is only good. But here's the, I don't know if I should do this or not. Yeah, I don't want to be that. Listen, I don't want to tell other people what to do. I'll just say this. This is serious competition for ComicsGate. And what ComicsGate is going to have competition with now is not people who hate them. Au contraire. It's just going to be people who see what they're doing and they're emulating them. Now, they're probably not going to mention you. All right? They're probably not going to mention you by name, but they're probably not going to come, like Keanu is not going to come out and give you shit. They're just going to go and do their own thing with their own platform, right? So they'll use the ComicsGate model without mentioning ComicsGate at all and not giving it shit either. But that model isn't trademarked or anything, so anybody can do it. So ComicsGate will just have to continue to up their game, which they've kind of done. So it'll be, and the fans will win. See, I used to say this in my shop all the time. When Marvel and DC were going at each other's fucking throats back in the good old days when they wanted to make comic books, those were the best of times. You don't want one company dominating the other, because when they were going at each other's throats and stealing each other's talents, we were all getting good comic books. We won. So we always want Marvel and DC kind of fighting each other. And we want that balance, right? Like the balance we've lost in the country right now because one side has gone completely fucking insane. So, and that one side has ruined the entire comic book industry. So now it gets a kick in the ass from Keanu fucking Reeves of all people. So I usually don't put much faith into movie star comic books because they never follow through. They never finish. They're never very good. They're usually just built on hype. And that while this one looks good, remains to be seen. Remains to be seen. Almost every single comic book a Hollywood person has gotten involved with has never finished. Or it's petered out, or it's just sucked. So we'll see. I'm going to take a wait and see, but I'm probably going to buy into this. Hope I don't regret it. But this is first of many. So the people complaining about this are afraid that Keanu Reeves is taking like money out of the pocket of people like Joe Glass. How many of you in the chat have heard of Joe Glass? Do you know who Joe Glass is? Anyone? Bueller? I'm going to tell you because you don't fucking know who this guy is. This guy is an irrelevant comic book journalist. Yes, there's a thing called a comic book journalist. But they're really not. They're shills. And I don't know who he works for now, and I don't really care. But he got really upset that Keanu is stealing money from the creators who really need it. You mean the ones who have been bashing fans for years and are starving right now? No, they're getting exactly what they deserved. I hope Keanu takes all their fucking money. And I hope he sets it on fire, Joker style. Because you guys don't deserve shit, you entitled fucks. You ruin the comic book industry. Joe Glass has never been good for the comic book industry. The comic book industry will only improve when he is away from it. Not writing about it. When he's too old to post on social media. Only then will the comic industry improve by him being gone and getting rid of Rich Johnston, who's done nothing for the comic book industry, and others like Heather Antos, who has done nothing for the comic book industry except harm it. And once these people are gone, it may improve. Good for Keanu Reeves. He is bringing another ray of sunshine into the world, and bless you, sir. You are breathtaking. I thank you for doing this. So hopefully it's good. Hopefully he finishes. And it pissed off irrelevant Z-list celebrities who are going to be going to vocational school very soon. So look for them to be, changing your oil or something. Again, not a bad job. Honestly, there was a time in my life where I did that, and I fucking loved it. I loved it. Oh, look, there's Jonathan Boyega right there. There he is right there. "1992, Will Riker pulled a space Thailand." You know what? There were guys at my comic shop who would tell me openly that they were going to Thailand, and they went to Thailand to go to Thailand. All three of the guys were all game designers, by the way. They were. I never asked what went on because I just didn't want to know. I really didn't want to know. Dark Metamorphosis for $2. Mary Weissman was pregnant while filming season 3. Oh, okay. Because she looked it. She most definitely looked it. So are they going to have her knocked up in the show, or are they just going to say body positivity? I mean, there's nothing. She was pregnant. That's fine. A pregnant woman is a beautiful thing. I was just saying, my God, she looked big. It just jumped on me. Sorry, folks. Give me a second here. Great video today, Gary. Keep speaking truth to power. It's important. Steve-O for 1999. Hail. Hail to you. All right. I got to get back up here. Gary, let me know when you head to Gotham Comics. I'll meet you there and we'll make the store owner's day. Culture Casino for $5. I'm going to go in October, so I'll let you know. I think my father-in-law is currently in Arizona looking at places to live. I told the story. He saw that guy get hit in the back of the head with a brick and said, peace out. I'm fucking out of here. Because my father-in-law is a Trump supporter. And I don't think he wears buttons or anything, but what if he wanted to? And then he would have to worry about, getting hit in the back of the head. It's not like he's a pussy or anything. He did 2 tours in fucking Vietnam. He flew the Chinook helicopters. And he's just, getting up there. He's getting up there. And I want him to be safe too. So I am down with all of us getting the fuck out. Like my mom, Mel's dad, Melissa, I call her Mel. Mel's dad. And all our kids, everybody. Martin Keatings for £5. Maybe we can trick the Star Wars franchise into taking Kurtzman. Revenge for Jar Jar Abrams. Maybe we can. Maybe we can. I would say that would be kind of funny if he went over to Star Wars and then left Trek alone. But honestly, the Trek fans that are left are so petty and pathetic. I mean, look at them. Look at them. So there's a guy, every time I put out a Star Trek video, there's a guy, he makes up 4 account names and they're always the same thing. It's like, it says Riker, and then he like combs through my fucking live streams and found out where I was speculating. I think I said, Lower Decks. I'm all, you'll never see it. It was just my opinion at the time. And of course we saw it. So he posted it up like the day it premiered. I'm like, oh, you got me. You got me. And again, I state my opinions. They're not all right. It's cool. But it did suck. And what he cut out was, we'll never see it, but if we do, it'll probably suck. Bump, 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 bump. So there's that guy. And I'm suspecting that's the same guy who took all the time to write a bunch of fake 4chan rumors. Yeah, that's why you shouldn't run videos on that shit, honestly. But you know what? I don't tell people what to do with their channels. And honestly, if you run with the rumor and you say it's a rumor, I still don't have a single fucking problem with it. Most rumors don't come true, but some do. And let's just keep in mind that the Doctor Who rumor I ran with was true because I know the person. I know what their face looks like. So that's my criteria now. If I'm going to run with anything insider, I need to see your face. I'm not going to run with your name. But I got to trust you. So I'm going to see your face. Otherwise I'm not running. It's not worth it. I don't care. I'd rather talk about what's actually happened. And what's actually happened is Star Trek sucks. Charles Dance hated Game of Thrones ending. He did. I read that, and that's great. And we love Charles Dance. Hail Tywin Lannister. Leon K for $2.99. Ord's Board for $2. Hail Nerdrotic. What are you going to write? When are you going to write a comic book? You know what, Ord's Board? It wasn't even going to cross my mind until I saw the Joe Glass thing. And the Snot Snyder. I'm going to call him that from now on. Scott Snyder. You know the guy who had to take the pledge not to rape his coworkers? You know that guy? I kind of want to do a comic just to compete with him. But I got to want to do it. I've done one already. Maybe I'll spruce that up. Find somebody an actual professional to spruce it up. But I think it'd be fun. It would distract from my channel though, Ords Board. So if I have free time, sure, but the channel has got to be my focus. And that's thanks for reminding me. You just reminded me of something. That's important for ComicsGate. Their channels need to grow. They need to continue to grow because they're going to have competition now. So they're going to have to make videos because they're going to have that platform kind of level up a little bit now that they're going to have to compete with Keanu Reeves and stuff. As your boy Zach is making videos every day, and that's good. And I watch them all. Gary said the C word. I did, William Barr. My wife's going to be really pissed at me. I know you Brits. I'm not saying you're a Brit. Yeah, you Brits say it all the time, but it's pretty bad word to say over here in front of a lady. And my wife does. My wife does not call me out for anything really. That's the one thing she doesn't like. It's like the one thing. Now she'll let me say it. She'll just say I don't like it. So I save it for very special occasions. Hail, Gary. Feel like you just wanted to be left alone to do your shows, and these a-holes drug you into politics. Thanks for sharing all this. Dr. Mass for $4.99. I really just wanted to mind my own fucking business. But then they made me their business, and they are my business now. Wanderin Paladin, welcome to the Gelogia membership. I appreciate it. NG1T for $5 says, keep it up. Thanks for the super sticker and thanks for your support. Hail, good sir. According to Forbes, the number is over 19,000. 19,000? No, that can't be right. I thought it was like 1,900. Really? 19,000 employees who make over $150,000 a year. 19,000. Fuck that. Yeah, that shit. Well, you know what? I'm glad I'm fucking out of there. Rented identity for $5 Australian. In California, it's illegal to willingly spread a bad disease, but not the beer bug. Nobody wants to willingly spread the beer bug. I don't think. I just don't think there's anything we can do to stop it. As far as the other one, AIDS, there is precautions you can take to stop AIDS. I don't know if there's precautions to stop the beer bug other than washing your hands and not worrying too much. You say you felt stupid because a lack of proper education, but I mean, this is when I say you are very, okay, I mean this when I say it. You are very smart and I appreciate everything you say. Common sense trumps book smarts every time. Thanks, Barbara. I appreciate it for $10. Listen, I got plenty of those street smarts. I learned the hard way a lot. But you know what? You should, well, you want to get a proper education that's not slanted and feeding you a bunch of propaganda, which is something you have to worry about now. But if I had it to do different, I would have paid more attention in school in certain subjects because, I just wish I did. But I didn't, so I'm not going to whinge about it too much. Trade this cheddar for some coffee, Crazy Cat Guy, for $10. I will. Thank you. As a matter of fact, it's never too late for coffee. Rob Robbo for $25 Australian. Get some nice takeaway tucker for your family. I'm on keto and miss carbs, LOL. I will get some takeaway tucker. I love how you fucking Australians speak. It's great. Get some takeaway tucker there for your family. I'm on a keto and miss my carbs, LOL. By the way, my name's Bruce. Yeah. You can have your carbs again someday. My dear Gary, your life is about gratitude. My best to Mrs. Nerdrotic. She will set the world on fire wherever she lands. You'll go nuclear, says Margie Smiles for $4.99. You are correct. I'm going to save that one for my wife too. I'm going to send that to her right now. Give me just a second. I'm going to pop that over to Mrs. Nerdrotic. Power of positivity, folks. It'll work. I mean, you get your yah-yahs out, you get pissed off, and we're fucking pissed. And Nancy Pelosi was a dumb bitch. But it's funny. I mean, it's funny. There, I passed that on to Mrs. Nerdrotic. Thanks. That was nice. Much love, Gary. My last video your last video was tremendous. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Don't ask why. Jaffa with there you go. You got Spock, $4.99. Don't get political. I can see how tempted you are. You're wise not to. Joshua Hoffman for $4.99. Yeah, if I continued to go down that road, I would have to stay on that road, and I'd be miserable because I am a nerd. I want to talk about Lord of the Rings. As a matter of fact, there's an article I didn't get to that we'll get to on Friday nights that's about Lord of the Rings. There has been casting. There is news. And it's going to go woke. Fucking fuck. I just didn't want to dump on you today. I really didn't. I hear you, Gary. I'm done with football. Lifelong Redskins fan. Redskins? The Redskins? The Redskins? The Redskins? The Washington Redskins? The Redskins. You were a Redskins fan. You like the Washington Redskins? Ooh. Yeah, I like the Redskins. I saw Doug Williams win a Super Bowl in San Diego when he was a member of the Redskins. Now I have no team. Screw the NFL. Yeah, sorry. I recommend the Washington cheese pizzas. JD for $2 says, hey you. Max 15 for 20 pounds just cuz. Why, thank you. Nathan Robinson for $5. Congrats to LG. You have the chops to be a great YouTuber. Lady Gravemaster. Thank you, Nathan. Let's go check on, I'm going to check on the Lady Gravemaster. I'm so proud of her. Let's see. Did we get her to 1,000? Oh, yes. Oh, you guys rule. You guys rule. Ah, I'm so fucking happy. Here, I'm going to show you guys. You guys went way past it. That is fucking awesome. With her one video. I mean, honestly, she's got to, you got to beat that now. But your very first video, that's like a Robot Head. Robot Head put out like his first video and it got 1 million views. I don't have 1 million view video. I just had a video past 600,000 for the first time. But that's awesome. So well done to my producer, Lady Gravemaster. She gets better at her job. She's going to be better at all this than I am very, very soon. No, she's got the chops for sure. So I'm very, very proud of her. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay, good. I'm glad you can see it. All right, here we go. What happened to your JKR video from yesterday? It was gone an hour after you put it up. JKR? My Joker video? I didn't put up a video yesterday. Oh, you mean my, well, no, I didn't put up a video yesterday, JD, unless it was a mistake. Yeah, I did not put up a video yesterday. I was on Az's live stream, but I'm a little confused about that. JD, why don't you elaborate in the chat? Unless something weird happened to my channel. No, there was no video put up yesterday. I put up a video today. I did a live stream on Monday and I made it private to test something because there's some fuckery going on with YouTube Studio and it looks like they're trying to I see a possibility for shadow banning. And I broke it down in my last live stream. You could see it in the first 5 minutes. It's on Nerdrotic Live, and I explained it. I'm not going to explain it again. Turns out it might be nothing, but it was worth a try. I'm not going to private this one. I'm going to unlist it, and then so you can keep the link, or you can wait for it if you missed any to upload over on Nerdrotic Live in like 3 hours after it airs. But I have no idea what you mean by JKR video. Does anybody in the chat knows what you mean? J.K. Rowling. Oh, J.K. Rowling. Okay, so you meant my my live stream then. Gotcha. Thank you. I privated it because of that test I was doing. All right, real quick. YouTube in their studio on your desktop used to just show your last video, not your last live stream, not your last unlisted members stream. It would show your video. And that's what your channel's performance is based on. Public videos and how many people watch it, for how long. It's minutes watched. That's the most important thing. Well, now they're starting to show you your live streams in this for no reason because they're unlisted, so it shouldn't matter. They're not getting recommended but anywhere, and they're starting to average it out. And I'm like, wait a minute. No, you can't do that because my live streams were separate, and you can't compare my video average to my live stream average. It's not even, it's two different things. But they are it looks like they're starting to compare them. Maybe they always have and I didn't know. You know what? You see something change on YouTube, it's usually bad. They usually make a change. It pisses everybody off. They don't tell anybody about it ever, by the way, ever. I still have shit missing in my studio. I just got tired of asking. Doomcock can't schedule a live stream right now. He's got some bug on his channel. He can't get anybody to fucking answer him. I tried to figure it out. I couldn't figure it out. So it's weird. He's missing a button. He's straight up missing a button that everybody else has. So it probably has to do with the coof and people not going into work. I don't know. But usually it's pretty boring stuff. See, we lose people when I talk about stuff, but it's okay. I love everybody who's still here. And everybody who watched. Warning, don't waste your money on Nolan's next movie, Tenet. It's really bad. Drinker did a review on it. He's right on all accounts. Oddity for $5. Oh, Drinker did a review. I almost don't want to watch it because I want to watch the movie first. But fuck it, I'm going to watch Drinker's review. Yeah. I don't want. Has Jeremy put out a review yet? Has Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers put out a review? I don't want to spoil anything he said to me if he hasn't put out a review. I've heard the sound sucks. I've heard the sound mixing. That's what Odin said. The sound mixing just fucking sucked. Sure, tell a Polish joke, but if you're going to Texas, you should learn some Texas Aggie jokes. Rock Flanagan, I will. And you can make jokes about me. I mean, like I'm Scottish. So if there's Scottish jokes out there. By the way, I didn't know I was Scottish until like 2 years ago. So I did a 23andMe and that was a shocker. Like I'm really Scottish. Any more Doctor Who news coming soon? Fantasia builds for £5. I'm going to give you a hint and I don't know if I'm going to run with the rumor or not, but I'm going to give you a visual hint. Pay attention. It's just going to be for a second. Okay. Where did Bounding into Comics go? Give me just a moment. Okay. What is possibly coming for Doctor Who? A visual hint by Nerdrotic. If I press the right frickin' button this time. What is coming for Doctor Who? A visual hint from Nerdrotic. That's all I can say right now. Listen, if your question is my favorite franchise going to get really fucking woke now because of the rioting and the looting and all the knee bending by the corporations, including fucking Best Buy? The answer is yes. Categorically, absolutely, 1000%, yes. If you think Hollywood was woke before, You ain't seen nothing yet. The good news is it will be just as successful as it was before, which was not at all. We're just going to have to live through it, but at least we can laugh at it together. Because some of it will be horrifically cringe bad. Because these are people trying to use things. These are people who can't human. So they're going to try to nuance their way through something they don't know how to do. Like they've heard this word empathy. They've never really practically used it in a practical way. Like Kurtzman's all, okay, so I went to therapy and I'm told that I'm not very empathetic. So I'm going to use the word a lot in every script I write. I'm going to read the definition of it and I'm going to try to practice it to be more empathetic. But I'm not really sure what it means. Well, it means, having genuine sympathy for somebody, identifying with somebody, identifying with whatever problem they're, relating to them on a human level. So, does that mean I have to like them? Well, yeah, a little bit. Does that mean I actually have to care for something outside of myself? A little bit, yeah. I don't know if I can do that. All I've ever wanted was to own a franchise because Jar Jar treated me bad. I don't know. Jar Jar abused me. $14 Blu-ray reviews for £5. Long time no see, man. Please do not come to Barry Island. You will find it woke because the BBC filmed there and Will and Kate visited it. The Dr. 14 Blu-ray reviews. My God, I missed your weird super chats. I love them. Thank you for the £5. And I will, listen, if you definitely want me to do something, tell me not to do it. Hi, Gary. I lived in California and left 18 years ago. Come to South Dakota, red state, but not the crazy end. And I have great internet, 1 gig service. Would love to have you. Jerry E for $10. I have been to South Dakota many, 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 many times. I can't live there because the winters are you're in your house for 6 months. Now, maybe I wouldn't mind that too much, but yeah, my dad grew up in Roscoe, South Dakota. South Dakota. It's a town of about 300 people. It's right near Ipswich and Aberdeen. Robbo for Australian $5. Why don't Australian women use vibrators? Australian men. That's good. That's good. Well played, sir. Thank you for the $5 Love the response to my "Don't you think Gary looks tired?" super chat. Have another $5. Thanks, Craig Mediffit, for $5. Don't you think he looks tired? Please stop calling Jody Dr. Karen. She is not a Karen. She is a very nice woman and a mother. So please stop bullying her. The Dr. 14 Blu-ray reviews for £5. You want me to stop calling the first female doctor played by Jodie Whittaker, who I will lovingly call Dr. Karen, Dr. Karen? I said I do it in a loving way. No, because I don't care if she's a mom. That mom said that the franchise I love, by the way, I happen to be a father. Does that count for shit? Obviously not to the BBC. That mom told this dad that his favorite show was a practice in the male gaze in all history. And by the way, and also said, I got old. And you know what? I did too. And you know what? I'm totally fine being fucking old, Jody. You're not far off from my age. And how are they going to react to you when you get old, Jody? Don't you think she looks tired? All the best to you and Mrs. Nerdrotic. Hang in there. Will you be getting a local P.O. box so we could send care packages and other goodies? Bama grad, thank you for the $5. And thank you to everyone who sent stuff. And that will be part of the next Super Chat Square, by the way. I've got some letters and stuff. Yes, I will be setting it up. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to set it up today and I kind of forgot. So I'll be setting it up tomorrow. Mrs. Nerdrotic reminded me 5 times, and I still forgot. Finbar Hooley for $5. Get Mahler and Rags EFAP your Picard review. Well, okay, for one, yes, they are invited to my channel whenever they want. They can call me at 3 a.m. and go, hello, Gary, I'd like to get on your channel now. And I'd say yes. Okay. Because you only say yes to Mahler or Rags. Mahler and Mahler and I are talking about doing something in the very near future. I can't say what it is because we got to work some shit out. But once we work that shit out, we're doing it. And you're going to like it. And hopefully, Rags is invited, by the way. Rags is always invited. But yeah, you'll be seeing some Mahler sooner than later. Please listen to your politicians. They are trying to save your life from a deadly virus. The Dr. 14 Blu-ray reviews for £5. I would love to. Honestly. I would like for all of my politicians to not politicize absolutely everything, and then I could listen to them and I would believe them. But you should listen to your local health professional. See what your doctor says. Find somebody you trust. Local politicians are not trying to save your life. They're trying to get reelected. That's it. Sorry, kiddo. 9G1TEAV for $3. Thumbs up. Thanks, brother. God, I would love to fucking believe in politicians. That would be, you know what? You know how much stress that would relieve on the world if we could actually somewhat trust our politicians on anything? Do you know how much that would relax the entire fucking world if we could believe a single fucking thing they say right now? Listen, I believe some. Any politician that's not part of the machine, I tend to gravitate towards. So when they attacked Rand Paul, of all people, the one politician who isn't lockstep with the Republican Party, the one politician who's practically a libertarian, the one politician who would have listened to them when it comes to the police. And listen, I can't believe I'm defending police here, by the way. I've not had the best relationship in my life from the police, but I always tell this little quick story. I've had the shit kicked out of me by a cop. The cop saw a pirate gun from Disneyland on the floor, pulled me out. He was on the passenger side. I was in the driver's side. He reached in, pulled me out, and thumped me with his fucking flashlight on the head multiple times. And my girlfriend had to start beating on him for him to stop because he was so pissed and enraged and whatever. I was fine. I had a bloody face and a bloody head, and I went home. My dad knew the cop kicked the shit out of me and didn't give a flying fuck. Said probably had it coming. So that happened. I didn't have it coming, by the way. I was kind of fucked up, but whatever. I was 17. And a cop saved my life. I'd be dead right now if it wasn't for a cop. So they're human beings. They make mistakes. They need to be trained. They'll never be perfect. It's impossible to be perfect in situations where people want to kill you. And do I like them all super militaried up? Nope. I don't like anything super militaried up except for the military. And that's only when we are attacked. I'm not all about the war either. So, yeah. I can't believe I defend the cops sometimes, but I am, because we need law and order. I mean, the fact that cities are, it was bad enough to hear defund the police, but then to hear mayors actually do it was beyond discouraging and insane. And I'm glad some sanity is starting to come back, because I think people were just fucking shocked and they felt powerless. Well, you're not powerless. You can change this shit. Any asshole who says get rid of the cops, you need to get rid of. They're not your friend. No matter what party they're on, they will not back you if your house gets, what if, imagine living in Portland and somebody just decides to go, I'm going to go take over somebody's house someday. And that politician won't do a fucking thing. They won't send the cops, and somebody will just come in and take your fucking house. That is something you wouldn't think would be real. But I believe that could happen absolutely in Portland or Seattle. And the weak ass politicians Won't do anything. So no, I'm not going to listen to a fucking politician who said the Chaz was summer camp, who said Portland isn't on fire every night when it is. And now he had to leave his own apartment building because it was catching on fire, or they were lighting it on fire, which is hilarious. For the news shot, Mr. Nerdrotic should put a plastic face on of Congressperson Nancy Pelosi in the pisser, a la the ending of Doctor Who's Love and Monster. God, that was a pisser episode too. But yes, thank you, Daniel, for $5. Good idea. Pelosi is the wicked witch of the West. I swear she could pass away, and she and her casket would be elected to the House. Redwood the Elf for $5. Well, that's the fix is in. I left you some tweets on your timelines about Pelosi. Thank you, Mark C. I will get them in just a moment. Californians have overrun Baja California. Okay, this is a Mexican saying Californians have overrun his state. And he's right. He's right. How many of them have run down there and now they're going to fuck up Baja California and Ensenada? Fucking Ensenada is awesome, dude. Bogue for 20 Mexican dollars. Hail, brother. You know, we should not have any beefs with Mexico, because for the most part, that country is pretty family oriented. It's almost like there is a faction in the government, kind of like the faction that wants to keep a lot of Americans poor. It's like that same faction wants to keep Mexico where it is. Know what I'm saying? Because by all accounts, Mexico has resources and should be doing great. Kind of interesting. I wish all the best for you guys down there. I've been down there a lot. My dad did I'm taking you to a Tijuana orphanage to me and my sister, and he did it. And it was a fucking eye-opener for a 7-year-old kid. But yeah, gratitude. I always say the left should be referred to as the wrong. When things go wrong, they don't say things went right. It goes things went left. Says Busta Grimes for $5. What's up, man? That's a good one. That is a good one. That is true. Doctor Who, again, the sound of the TARDIS appearing depresses me. It does now, R. Fletch, for £5. But we're going to start getting that sound in the beginning of the Nooner. I've got a little clip that I'm going to put along with Perry Chan's brilliant intro. That's perfect. I'm not trying to fuck with it in any way. I just had a little idea today. Michael Lamb for $5 Australian. Hi, Gary. I'm progressive. I don't agree with you on everything, but your views on Star Trek are on point. If the Trek is not for me now, then who? I don't understand. Yeah, see, the thing is, they're not written well. So they can say, like, we've got all these progressive things, but they can't even progressive fucking right, which is hilarious. Which shows what they're just posers. These fucking idiots. They write Hawaii Five-0 in CW shows. Star Trek is way beyond them. Just heard today Rogan has left. He has already moved to Austin, Texas. Oh, really? Good for him. Did he explain why all the right-wing people were missing from his show? Was it all right-wing people? Because I went and checked, and some of his most watched shows were on Spotify, including Graham Hancock. So it couldn't have been all his favorite episodes. I didn't get a proper answer on that one. That kind of went under because Nancy Pelosi stole all the oxygen from that story. But maybe I don't know all the details. And that's good that he's out of there. Yeah, I can't move that quick, Mark C. Joe Rogan has millions of dollars, and I don't. I'm a thousandaire. I am a thousandaire. Kent Barnes for $20. Here's a wee bit just because. I immediately thought of your wife when I saw the Pelosi video. When you settle, I've got some original Lord of the Rings figures still in the boxes. If you've ever need some thoughts on and prayers for you both. Kent, email me. I'll buy them off you. We can come to a fair exchange of goods. I like fair exchanges of goods. Yes, I need boxed up Lord of the Rings figures. I have I don't have the Toy Biz ones anymore. I got rid of those in my store. Now I have the Osmus, like super nice ones, but I'd love to have the Toy Biz ones, and I will. You know what? A fair exchange would be good. General Zod, kneel before Zod. Keep it up. Glass is human. Your general salutes you, and I salute you, General. Hail. Henry HJY for $9.99. Hey, Gary, I hope you take this as a compliment. I'll try. I think you're everyone's Jimmy Stewart. It's a Wonderful Life in Fandom. Honest, grounded, and spot on. Cheers. I'll take that as a compliment. I mean, I'm not feeling suicidal or anything, but I will take it as a compliment. Jimmy Stewart, I love It's a Wonderful Life. I love that fucking movie, man. I love Christmas. I do. And it's just around the corner. And this shit better be over. Doesn't it feel like the Democrats kind of overplayed their hand and they're like, God, we can't lock these people down again. It kind of feels that way now. I don't want to give false hope. I don't want to get my hopes up yet because I was just talking to the guy in the gym and he said, yeah, who knows if they'll just fucking close us down again. And I said, don't close. I'm serious. Don't fucking close. If they tell you to close, just don't close. You just saw everybody civil disobedience their fucking way through the streets and break everything. And it's the mass numbers that they couldn't stop, although they could when they wanted to. Let's be real. If enough of us just don't close, there ain't shit they can do. They can't arrest everyone. And hail to that New Jersey gym owner. I don't know what's happened to him in the last few days, but fuck yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. I'm right here with you on the IBS. Hail, brother, says 200 Watt Studio for $2. I don't have irritable bowel syndrome. I'm good. The IBS is good. I was just joking. I was joking about everybody putting every fucking one of their problems. But if you do have it, you have my sympathies. Wheel of Time is going to be on Amazon with Lord of the Rings, and it will be woke as fuck. I'm joining you rallying against the machine if they do what I think they do to both of these great works. Oh, they will. I think the only question is who's going to get it worse. Tim Criddle for $5. Honestly, I'm hoping it's Wheel of Time. I like Lord of the Rings more, but we'll see. Hopefully I'm wrong about both and we really enjoy them. But, we're going to find out when The Boys comes out in a couple of days. I will be doing reviews of The Boys, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a goddamn woke fest. I hope I'm wrong. James Howard for $5. Hail, Gary. Why is nobody talking about shutting down the AA meetings along with the churches? It will have major consequences. It will. And they're open here. Now you can go to AA meetings outside. Nobody's talking about it because I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe I should talk about it more. The churches should not be closed. AA meetings should not be closed. They're both essential. And yeah, we need somebody to speak up for that. Because I think if a powerful enough voice spoke up about AA meetings, well, I mean, honestly, it's the governors closing down the churches. So all those governors and Nancy Pelosi's out there who say they're Catholic or they're fucking lying, by the way. However you feel about church or mosque or going to temple. Sorry, I had to think of it. Sorry. I'm not a religious person. Or going to AA, getting centered spiritually is fucking essential. And it's not something you can do over a screen. You need human contact. You can still do it responsibly, but it needs to happen. And AA serves one of the best purposes on the planet of any fucking organization ever created. It is one of the most pure organizations ever created. It's never been corrupted once by religion, by politics, by anything. And you can have a hardcore right-wing Catholic person sitting right next Antifa, and they won't bring it up in an AA meeting because they want to get sober. Now, chances are somebody who's a grounded, sober person won't be Antifa because a grateful person wouldn't go out and burn shit down. And plus, you would be well on your way to relapse if you did something like that. I'm guessing there's a lot of substance abuse amongst Antifa. Sober people don't do that. And if you are, get help. Contextualizing Padawans, more like younglings. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean, you know. Thanks, Mark C, for $5. Hey, dude, have some cash. Keep being awesome. You keep being awesome, Andrew Cole, for $2.99. All right, we just got a few more, and then I'm going to wrap it up for the night. We got Roy McClurg for $49.99. Hearts out to you and your family. Thank you, Roy. Oh, look at that. Smoking a big cigar, looking like Boss Hogg in that picture. That's awesome. Thanks, man. Screen Rant put out an article trying to say that it's because of the timeless child that Hartnell kept forgetting his lines. Oh, fuck no. That's the second time I've heard that. Am I going to have to make a video on that? You answer it in the chat. You say yes or no. Does that deserve a video? Keeper of the Tracken for 5 Canadian pesos. Because that does kind of piss me off. 32 flavors of Nick Weiser. What's up, Nick Weiser? Thanks for the $10. 10. Keanu Reeves says you're breathtaking. Pass it on. You're breathtaking. Pass it on. Keanu's book will go to the local comic shop first, and then the Kickstarter won't fulfill until after 2 years later. Cody Duffin, thank you for letting me know. That's even better. That's even better. Then everybody fucking wins. But here's the deal. There's the next guy. They're testing the waters, Cody, and they're going to end up circumventing the comic shop completely. And believe me, this was a test of the waters, and the publishers are keeping an eye on this too, because they're trying to stay relevant, because every single person within their ranks is watching Ethan and Richard, and now they're watching Keanu. So yes, you're going to see the mad dash for Indiegogo, for Kickstarter. You're going to see a new era, and you're going to have the, for lack of a better term, and forgive me, I'm not trying to sound disrespectful, the gimmick comic. You're going to have the gimmick comic. You're going to have to sell more than a comic. It'll have to be a graphic novel. It'll have to have some tchotchkes, some cool things, like the bullet holes in the book. You're going to have to get creative, like the record industry got creative with the albums and the double albums. Albums, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, and you know who's going to win? The customer. You're going to get some fucking cool shit. So I can't wait. I fucking can't wait, to be honest with you. Scott S for $5. My man, Gary, you are constantly over the target, brother. I grew up in Irvine, California. Texas would love to have you, bro. Just don't bring California with you. I won't. I promise. Thank you. Saw a news story about a jetpack near LAX. Just thought that make people smile. Yeah, there was a jetpacker near LAX. Why the fuck not? Idea machine. As long as he's not getting in the way of everything. What is he just like? For one, that'd be kind of cool. But I'd be afraid of getting my ass burned off. Thanks for the $7. Yes, there was a jetpacker near LAX. British soap operas have storylines involving Fredo's child grooming. Well, that's disgusting. That's disgusting, and that's normalizing it. But considering that's the network of Jimmy Savile, Dr. 14 Blu-ray reviews, not surprised. Thank you for the £5. Hail, Gary. Dad's back in the hospital. Prayers, please. JPRPH1 for $4.99. You will have my prayers. You send the best to your dad. He's a tough mofo, though. He'll be fine. For those who really need a job, lots of work, lots of over-the-road truck driving companies offer paid training. It's not an easy job, but it's better than crap. Mage dog tag for $5. Truck driving is actually a cool job. It's not the easiest. If they're paying to train you, and listen, every place I've walked into in a retail outlet is hiring right now. They are desperate to hire people. So the economy might not be taking a shit, people. And if the economy doesn't take a shit after all this, and I want you to remember, we all have our bias. I understand that. But there's a point where we want to go, okay, how's my life affected directly? Am I really seeing mass inequality? Am I seeing people rounded up and going to camps Forget what the fucking news says. Am I actually seeing it? Am I seeing police hunt people down? And then go check it with actual numbers, actual data, instead of just lapping up what the mainstream media serves you every day. And you might find that reality's a lot different. And I know you guys know. Of course, I'm talking to the one person out there who watches the mainstream media every day and believes what they fucking say. Lord of the Rings going woke is horrible, but EFAP-style reviews of Amazon series will be glorious. Coordinate the Friday Night Type guys to make it so. That I might have to do. We need governments to keep us safe, and we need rules. Countries without governments have lots of killings. Oh, I agree. We need the government to do its job, which is to keep us safe. I agree. Allowing rioting and looting is not keeping us safe. The mayors of Portland and Seattle could end it and could have ended it whenever they wanted to, and they decided not to because it was peaceful. Fiverr from an old Irish Midwestern biatch, Susan Dolan for $5. Thank you. And listen, who is calling you old? I am not calling you old. Now, biatch, so am I. Brandon Yan for $2. Nice to catch you live, man. Come to Colorado. I'll drive through, but you're blue. Sorry. I am. I know Colorado. There's parts of Colorado that aren't, and Colorado's beautiful. And but Southwest, man. Hear about Aussie Freedom Day, September 5th? No, I haven't. Super Truther for $5. Is it a day of defiance? Because if it is, that's good. Some nobody for $2 says, Dr. Karen, screw her. And hey, Gary, big fan. Just curious, would you ever consider moving out to New Jersey? John Joseph Gray the fourth for $4.99. Sorry, my Roman numerals suck. And some nobody again for $2. No, but I'll visit. But no. No East Coast for me. I'll visit though. I want to go back to New York City. I do. It's going to be empty though. And so it won't be as fun, but Cecil might still be there. Miss Martin Muses for 99 cents. Thank you for the rose, Miss Martin. I appreciate it. Andrew Fall for $5. I would say set up Pelosi like Nixon in Where the Buffalo Roam. I don't remember that. I know this. Listen, I know the movie. Haven't seen it in years. I would say set up Pelosi like Nixon in Where the Buffalo Roam. Most definitely. The Matic for £5. Like the other guy, I'm progressive and I'm disgusted with the way the majority are behaving to the point I do not discuss my political beliefs. Shame. And Thematic, thank you. And listen, we don't want to paint everybody with the broad brush. I mean, I constantly get it. And the people on the right, unfortunately, constantly get it because they've been painted as freaking white supremacists. And that narrative has been run for so goddamn long. People are now believing it. And it's getting people killed. And Hollywood is responsible for some of that. So no, we don't want to go the other way either. We don't. We're all Americans. Or you're not an American, but we're all common sense. You are a Brit. Sorry, I didn't see the pound there. You could be an American too. It's real easy. Just come over here right now. But no, it sucks. It sucks that unity can't even be considered right now because everybody is off in their corners and you can't really help it. You can't blame them at all. Right now, there's not a lot of unity happening with businesses burning down and people walking through residential neighborhoods saying, we're going to come and take your fucking house. And you know what? They might be just a protester, but I'm going to have to take them at their word. And if they come near my fucking house, I'm going to act like they're coming to take it and act accordingly. Jason Jones, thank you for joining the Geloja level. I hope that doesn't happen. I don't want anyone getting hurt, but it's a little late for that now, isn't it? Howdy, Gary. I hail from the home of Dr. Bob. My grandparents actually knew him. When you get a P.O. box set up, I'll send you something interesting. Oh, cool. William Goodwin for $5. Excellent. Dr. Bob, legend. Fucking legend. That's crazy. It's weird. Dr. Bob and Bill should be hailed as legends. There should be statues that should be pulled down by people from Antifa right now. JPRPH1 for $9.99. Thank you. Brandon Yan for $2. Grand Junction would welcome you. I'll buy lunch. Well, where's Grand Junction? Grand Junction where? Sorry. I will find out. I will Google it. Grand Junction, Colorado. Oh, that looks beautiful. I'll go visit for sure. Done with this city living. Dominic Blade for $2. I can't see the bottom here, so I'm going to try to stretch it. Some more. JPRPH1, thank you. It says something. I can't read it. I hate it when they do that. Hey, I can read it. Let's do it this way. I'm going to have to go the back way. Just a moment. It cuts out the last super chat for some reason. I don't know why. It just does. Oh boy, they demonetized this one quick. I don't care. I usually don't get demonetized, but they are probably not happy with what I'm talking about. So let it monetize. Here we go. For $2, new California law is for actors to come back. Is it? Oh, it took me a minute to get that. I get what you're talking about. That's terrible. That is terrible. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna run and thank you all. If I missed any super chats, Lady Gravemaster will catch them. I'll make sure they're in the super chat square up. Thanks all for putting up with the freaking last video. Wasn't sure if I was going to put it up, and I don't know if it will stay up. Honestly, I'm going to keep it up for a little while, and then probably we'll see from there. But it's going to stay up for a while, for at least, a week or so, we'll say. But no, I'm we'll talk about some stuff, but I am not. I'm going to talk mostly about Star Trek and Star Wars and Doctor Who. That's what I know the most about. All right. And I thank everyone for putting up with it. And hopefully they'll listen. There's going to be plenty of talk within Star Trek and Doctor Who about this very subject anyway, about infiltration, about leftism, about propaganda. And we are going to get a heavy dose of it in the next season of Star Trek, which is going to probably suck beyond belief, but we'll have to see because we haven't seen it yet. So I got to be a little fair there. And as far as people actually taking the time to try to lure other YouTubers to discredit them, you wasted your life. And you didn't make Star Trek any better, did you? And guess what? It didn't hurt anybody. Probably ends up hurting you the most. So why don't you try connecting with your audience and not thinking everything you do is right or perfect, and maybe be a little more human, and people will like you a little more. And that would be my best suggestion. So based on that, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for a great job producing, Lady Gravemaster. And thanks to Perry Chan for the clips. I'll see you on Friday Night Tights this Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific. And tomorrow, speaking of Star Trek, I will do a quick live review of Lower Decks. That will be live on the main channel, and then it will be imported over to Nerdrotic Live just like this video. So until next time, everyone, have a wonderful day. Thank you, the John Beck, for $2, and we'll go out with some Perry Chan, shall we?
Nerderotic.com.
We'll all be good to each other.